Okay, go ahead. Do your rap, then. Do it.
Yeah. Yes, I will do my rap, infidels. That's right, with all the laughter in the background. You know where you are. You're at www.twitch.tv/conspiracy horsemen, the only place for truth on your weekly Wednesday night. Truth seekers, and it's me, Hacker Hamin, and here I go. It's a deep type flow. Jacques Cousteau can never get this slow. Why? Because the horsemen are cherry bombing shit. Yes, just warming up a little bit. So hear me now, infidels. You know it's the place to be with the conspiracy horsemen. 4 strong. We're back. Everybody's here. There's so much to stooge off tonight, and we've got special guests coming up, and we've got MKULTRA to rewire your minds, so you'll all be subscribing and sharing. Twitch.tv/conspiracy horsemen. YOLO. Yes, we are back, you guys. 4 strong. Shout out to twitch.tv. For anybody following us in the chat room, please lay it down. We got a lot to get through tonight, so it's going to be a huge show. I'm pumped. We're 4 strong back again. Greek God popping on back from college night. Hopefully he got accepted into the school of his choice. Big Stevie Cool in the house with no...
Sorry. I froze up there.
Oh, did you? You went into MKUltra
You look like
program?
fucking Al Roker there for a second. That Today Show deal.
No,
Wow.
Yeah. Big Sleevy's got the guns out, and my man, Big Sal, on the phone with the strong signal. So all this bullshit equipment, and he's going to do it on the iPhone tonight. But he's not driving around teasing cops or anything. So glad to have everybody back in the house, guys. How's it going, Stevie?
Everything's great. Everything's great. I can't wait to hear Sal's review of Wrestlers versus Zombies, available on DVD, Blu-ray, and if you want to buy it, I guess that's your problem.
You need to buy it.
I saw it on Amazon Prime. We'll get to the review later. Go ahead, Ben.
Yes.
I don't know what the conspiracy on how that fucking piece of shit got made, but we'll cover it one day.
A lot of my OVW brothers in that down there, so I think they shot it at on a weekend. Who knows what other films they shot that weekend as well. But Big Sal, glad to have you back, bro. How's it going with you?
It's wonderful to be back. Wonderful to be back. I missed you, gentlemen. Last week, I was unfortunately held up by the man. Couldn't get to recording on time.
Yeah.
So glad to be back, and I'm looking forward to handling some of this after watching some of the videos we've been sharing. Scary shit, man. So it's gonna be good to tackle it.
Yeah, it's hardcore, and I mean it's becoming more and more demassified. So I'm looking to get to the bulk of our conversation later tonight because there's just so much, and who knows? I think this guy himself might be MKUltra. That's the Greek god Papadon, because he seems like a Delta to me. He might be a beta sex kitten or even an alpha, so I'm not really sure which one he is. But,
see everything you just said? Beta, alpha, delta. That's all Greek.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
And you know what? The Greeks invented MKUltra, but we didn't call it MKUltra. We called it parenthood. We used to get beat by our parents into a coma.
Into submission.
Yeah.
Either with a slipper or a wooden spoon or something. All the Greeks out there know what I'm talking about. But I
was
doing
going to say,
fine
you know what? Not for nothing. The Italians are right next to you, because my dad could have been on any government payroll to hand out a beating.
Oh, man.
They were hardcore before hardcore was being cool.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know if it's on my end or not. Hopefully you guys can still hear us on Twitch. Looks like things are buffering right now. I'm not sure if I'm froze up on your guys'
I would like to do
screens.
a review of not zombie versus wrestlers, because that's Sal's. What I want to review is Stevie Richards' Wildcats sports promo that he shared with us.
God.
Which was an amazing promo. So I don't
be a
care
link in,
Okay, then you're allowed to actually do the review now. That's right.
I don't want to do a run in here, but I did an up close promo where I was combing my beard like 2 years ago. So I'm not saying this guy's stealing my shit, but
No, you just accused WWE of stealing with Woken Hardy gimmick. That's what you did from August. And you're right.
Yeah.
You did. They did do that.
Well, I mean,
Absolutely.
and any asshole could have come up with Woken during the social justice warrior time off of Broken, and I guess any asshole did because I put it out there back in August. So
No, no. You overestimate these assholes.
Oh,
you
no.
overestimate them. They would have called them token, moken,
Yeah.
broken. They would have like, oh, we'll make them Japanese and call them broken Blackhearted. Yeah, just cover all the races. Why
Hey
not?
man, that was they stole. I think when I was writing OVW DCW, 6 pieces got taken and put up on the road there. So it's old hat from them stealing from me. But you know, if you can put in a call that office number, I'd appreciate it, dude. There's 2 spots open. So.
Papa don't do it.
I would, but because of Stevie's specs to the man, I can't. I'm on the blacklist now.
If I was really mad at you, I would get you a job there. You and I hated you guys. I would get you a job, and I would make sure that you could never get out of the contract.
Well,
That's what I hate.
you
I
are
love
looking,
you guys.
You are looking kind of small.
Therefore, what Ben refers to in other shows, and you can listen to him on hackerhamin.podbean.com. When he refers to my baiting, he wants to say it's so bad. He's just looking for any prompt. So if you listen to this week's Locker Room and him and JoJo, his six weeks or 6 months went to 6 weeks, went to 6 days, 6 hours, 6 minutes. After this episode,
Yeah.
we're down under the 1 minute mark, somewhere around 47 seconds that you'll last.
Pretty much.
Am I off base with that one?
No, it doesn't take much to trigger me when there's bad creative, and I'm not gonna, because I talked to Rip the other day, and he's like, if Vince was in the room, you say, yeah, fantastic, that's exactly, it was a perfect plan, that's exactly how it should have been, and I just can't do it. If some details or shit's left out, I gotta come down hard with guns blazing, man. I just can't.
There is no other logical explanation besides the fact that there is no critique of the show internally. And when they hear external critiques, like I listen to Russo once in a while, and Finley attacked him because he was talking about how the NXT guys are working the style that they're going to get hurt and they're going to be done before they get started.
Right.
And Finley came back and said, "You're an idiot and you're trying to be relevant." Like, they just don't. And Finley's a great guy. He's just defending. He's basically drinking the Kool-Aid. He's defending the company.
That's the last guy you think would too,
Well, he's got a huge house on the lake here in Georgia, and that, he wants to support his family. So, and I'm sure he was defending the kid. But then you have Road Dogg on Twitter against Russo and other people, just basically saying the exact term he said, and I'm paraphrasing slightly, was, if you think watching Teen Mom is more entertaining and immersive than Raw, then you're the problem, not the show. No. The show's the fucking problem.
Yeah. Well, Ben, do you remember? It was back a little bit, and then there was a road agent out who was kind of giving his critiques at the end of one of the Wednesday night shows in OVW.
Yeah.
And he was talking about Mr. Pierce.
Yes,
Mr. Pierce.
Yeah, that's an infamous night in OVW history,
You're
actually.
So outdated. If you're so out of the loop and you're a road agent that you don't know the talent's name, you don't know the talent's gimmick, what you got to think is we got everything taped up. What you taped up for?
Well, he might not have been able to. He might not been able to read Mr. Pierce's name on there. That's because I think he has some issues.
On
with
top
that.
of the fact, somebody was probably stepping on his balls at the time.
Yeah, or
when Raw was on.
He was checking out somebody's feet.
Like you can just look to me. Like it just seems like they're using these agents who might be a little out of touch, but then. Not only out of touch, but then you get these guys who are afraid to speak. Yeah. And you're not going to get a good review. Like Stevie asked us, okay, hey guys, check this out. I did my 16th workout video this morning. So can you guys check it out? We're like, sure, let's check it out. And we watch it. And if we say, okay, hey, everything was cool except for this. If we tell him everything's cool and it sucks, he's never going to get better. I don't want to see him look like a jerk off. So why wouldn't you help the company that's going to keep paying you? Yeah. Not that Stevie pays us to be friends with him or anything.
One day. That's my aspiration.
Yeah, that's right.
Pay my friends. There we go. Send it out. Everybody. I need friends to pay.
Well, you don't sell for us. Might as well pay us.
But yeah, that's to me, it just seems like the company is out of touch with itself on every level.
Yeah.
And again, you know, like I haven't watched the show in a long time, and you know, just when I started talking with you guys and we started doing the show, and you guys started talking about a little bit here and there, every now and then I would check in on it and I'd watch it. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, I'm going to save your life. I'm going to save your life right now. God bless you, by the way. Wrestling Reality and Wrestling Worlds with a Z up on YouTube. That's where you get all your highlights. Your 3-hour show now becomes a 19-minute show, which is slightly still intolerable, by the way, at 19 minutes.
And then I found myself going over and I turned TNA on, right? And I'm like, oh, this is even worse.
Yeah. And it's a rough time, bro.
This is the nail in the coffin. And my wife doesn't watch wrestling. I took her to a TNA show. Normally a live show gets people pumped and jacked and oh man, this is so much fun. And then you watch it on TV and it's like, we're at the live show. She fell asleep. She started dozing. I said, are you sleeping? She's like, no, I'm up. Really? Like, you can't keep somebody that occupied? But anyway, regardless, what I'm saying is I started watching this thing, and I every now and then I do turn it on and I try to watch it, and I'm like, ugh. You know, I do have guys I love. I have guys I know there. You know, I have you know, dudes who I want to see succeed, and I'm just like, what's happening? What are you guys doing? Yeah. And it's just, I wish they would smarten up.
I don't know how they can drop details and have that many yes men to say, yes, this is the way we need to go. And
I know Vince a little bit better than most since I was there. And I'm not
there. It is
that in, by the way, Papadon. Actually, I'm not bragging about.
Twisted.
I'm not bragging about spending a ton of time with Vince McMahon for 9.5 years. That's nothing to brag about. But Vince is a type A personality. He's an alpha male. He's literally like a man's man. He needs to be challenged. He needs for somebody to try to knock him off his throne, off his mountain. He needs to be king of the jungle. He has nothing going on right now, so he's actually gotten content, which is the worst thing for a businessman like Vince to get is content.
Well, holler at your boy because I'm ready to play King of the Mountain. And the other,
me too.
The other
what's
part
what's a king to a god?
Yeah, well,
come on.
Oh God,
gods aren't real.
$4 billion to start a wrestling company. No, you need. I know we're getting Crow on in a minute. You need. Ted Turner was the best thing that ever happened to him.
Hands off.
WCW and all the money being dumped by Turner into there. If Rupert Murdoch back in the day was the one from Fox to put a ton of money into a wrestling company and do that,
don't tell Vince to go suck my dick.
Well, then there's that coming up. There's that. But that's what he needs. I mean, it's really just running on autopilot right now. You can shut all the TV down and just run the network on demand. And they'd still be worth probably $500 million.
And now they're
and everything.
Now they're gonna run 205 live spot shows and think that's gonna draw when they had the upper tarps in L.A.
That's gonna make the upper decks look like fucking WrestleMania.
It is.
At the Dallas Stadium.
It is.
They're not gonna draw 100 people.
Rude awakening,
I disagree
bro.
with you guys.
Rude awakening.
I disagree with you guys.
All right.
As well,
let's move on. Let's move on.
Well, we're gonna move on quick. Maybe we'll come back to wrestling, but
because they're running smaller venues for those house shows. They're only going to hold a couple thousand people. So I think they could fill it up with a 205 live roster. I said it last night. I did a podcast last night where I was talking about this, and I said the talent's there. All they have to do now is let these guys find themselves and be characters and get their personalities over. And the wrestling and the personality mixture will obviously eventually get people to notice the brand for what it is. You know, you can't just have guys not talk and just go in the ring and flip around and just do flips because that's never going to draw no matter what company it is. But we'll see what happens. We'll see how they play. Because you know what? ECW could have drawn too. Not original ECW. I'm saying when WWE had it.
Yeah.
And when they really messed that up and they tried to rebound it and they were doing the wrestling show, and you know when Stevie was on it and Punk was on it and Zack Ryder was on it and Christian's on it, at that time, it was good. It was probably the best wrestling show that they had of wrestling because you got 15-minute matches on TV. You saw athletic competition.
Maybe you don't remember Shoebox Knox and the Zombie, but
that was episode 1. Dude.
I'll tell you.
I want to interject. Interject very quickly about the ECW. Right, for number one, I was on the first set of house shows there, and they didn't draw. And that was with the relaunch of an urban legend in wrestling of ECW with some of the original guys. Number two, the reason why they kept it for so long is because of the money invested. It was actually the most profitable brand out of all of them because they invested so little money and they were still generating money off the Rise and Fall DVD. That's why Vince, it was an infomercial for the Rise and Fall DVD for a while. And then it just became like it was house money. They didn't invest any money into it, and it drew. And it was only a 1 hour show.
But now, Ben,
hold on. I'm going to jump in. We'll come back to this because I want to talk about the rise and fall right now. And that's the rise and fall of YouTube with our brother Crow777 who's doing the run-in. Yeah, that's right, Infidels. How you doing, Crow?
Hey, man. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, sorry to placate you with wrestling talk in our conspiracy world, but we get passionate about this too, man. So we're happy to have you on, and we're all doing the victory dance tonight, brother.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You know, I got to thank all you guys. It's a kind of an amazing thing. I had expired every effort I could make, even through my third-party company. They said I wasn't getting the channel back, and apparently enough of you guys put the word out that people complained, and I think they did it by the thousands. And here I was sitting here sick. I got a copyright strike thinking, how can this be? I don't have a channel. And lo and behold, my channel was back.
That's awesome, man.
Excellent, man.
We're happy to see. We're happy to see it on Secure Team 10. Yeah, for sure. And, you know, I know we might have a little different philosophy from other people's, but the fact that we could cross lines to you know, join as rebels to fight the Empire, I feel this is a huge victory. But then today on Facebook, I was just putting out one of our wrestling shows, The Locker Room, and tagging people in it. And I got put in Facebook jail for 24 hours because I tagged people. That was the only reason given. So I feel like they're trying to strike back against us, part two, and maybe Facebook needs an ass kicking here pretty quick.
Well, I think what happened here is a critical thing because it demonstrates that the community can stand together. And, you know, you're just explaining another avenue where they're curbing free speech, and this just isn't right. You know, it's not right for corporation to control free expression and free speech. So hopefully communities will begin to come together to stand up against this nonsense. I mean, getting put in Facebook jail, really, it's ridiculous.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Go ahead, Stevie.
No, I was just going to say congratulations. And it's funny that the sign that you actually have your YouTube channel back starts with a copyright strike once again. So they're already starting to kind of like, you know, see what kind of line they can draw on or what kind of line they can cross with that. So I commend you for really getting the word out and actually, you know, being steadfast and not giving up at all when most people would have just like, I'll just stop. This isn't even worth it.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, when we look at so much of the false narrative that's put before us, we almost always see branding. So the first thing that I did is I put a branding device on what they were doing, and I started the modern day book burning meme. And then Ben and tons of other people, even people from the UFO community that I don't have that much in common with, all came. You know, I gave them clips to run on their show. Some of these guys had 1 million plus followers. And I started seeing search returns where I could see into the Google complaints departments where there were actual Crow 777 complaints. Then all the media started flooding of all the people who said they stood up. So, I mean, this really did work. And I think there's a lesson to be learned here. I think branding what they're doing is critically important. And I think getting enough people to stand up and say, hey, man, there's no reason for this. We're not down with it. Undo what you did. You can see the result. I mean, it's kind of amazing. I was told flat out by the company that runs my ads on my channel that it ain't coming back. They'd talked face to face with YouTube execs. And this was the day before I get an email saying, oh, there's a copyright strike on this old show you did on Greg Carlwood's show. Don't worry, there's no strike, but it is copyright and we removed the content. And that tells you something too. You know, if a video was a problem, they could simply remove it. But burning down 4 years of telescopic observation, I mean, come on, that's just about censorship, man. There's no other way to view it.
Did you see the story this week? I know some channels you're tuned into, but here's a spinning back kick to Susan Wojcicki or whatever her name is, the head of YouTube. I can't pronounce her Polish last name, but the fact that they're employing 10,000 workers to now go through and scrub videos and look for extremist content so they can continue the ban.
So you sent me that article was the first time that I saw it, Ben.
Okay.
And I actually, in the intro of the show I recorded today with Jason, we covered the censorship, and we actually read verbatim the article that you sent me. This is just another avenue. You know, they use terrorism, they use fear, they use pedophilia. I will remind you that so many people were talking about how to have that whole nonsense that went on. That's a cue up for what we're seeing. I mean, it doesn't take anyone online 4 days to remove a search return. And Google was acting like they couldn't stop the, you know, how to have the pedophilia link thing that they had going on there. In my view, it's all a cue up for the article you sent me. And when you start using words like extremist content, you can see where this goes. It's just more censorship from a different angle. It's a bit like burning a puppy to get a reaction and then implementing, you know, censorship on the tail of it. That's how I view this whole pedophilia thing.
I think you're spot on with that, but as much as they keep getting exposed through David Seaman's channel, and it doesn't matter if it's Alex or Mark Dice or us at the Infinite Fringe, and it's just getting covered. Richie from Boston, another one who's got a ton of followers and is just putting the heat to them. I mean, we aren't, huge funded corporate channels by any means, or even corporate sponsored channels, let alone funded. And the power of the masses coming together in a bigger awakening. 2017 might be known as the year of fake news, but to me, it's the year of internet awakening, I think, especially after Vegas and your regular people questioning narratives, official narratives left and right. And I know that's what kind of set your whole thing in motion. It was just you discussing Vegas, and a lot of times you naysay half the conspiracies you put up there. When I listen to your stuff, I was like, he's not even really pushing the narrative. You're trying to cut things down. So it seems like as far as you being the icon to go after, it wouldn't be my top pick, man. So I'm kind of glad they did, because it was easier to go to battle for you.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, what we're trying to do here is just instill some common sense into the narrative. And we do research on every show. We're not making this stuff up. And so we do get lumped in with conspiracy, but we do make an honest effort to do research. And as you point out, you know, we talked about Vegas, and as everybody knows, within 2 days of Vegas, Facebook and Google had rewritten their algorithms to catch every conversation about it.
Yeah.
And that tells you something critically important. What this comes down to is either we have a right to challenge mainstream narrative or we don't. And I'm never going to stop doing it regardless of what happens. But hey, I know you guys got a show to do. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I just want to thank you guys for stepping in, giving me your platform, covering this, and being part of the community that stood up against this nonsense.
I got one quick question, Crow. Is there footage up there on your channel as we speak right now, like the lunar wave footage and things like that people can go to the channel and see now?
Yeah, so this is what happened when they did finally put the channel. It took about a day. The first channel they put back, I don't even know what it was. It was some bizarre, clean slated, almost looked like a brand new channel. But the one that's up now has nearly everything it ever did. The lunar waves are there. The one they hit me for, the lunar wave that terminated the channel, which was actually shot by a guy in North Carolina. And by the way, those things are all back now. And of course, all the podcast content. So yeah, for the most part, everything's back. They did nix some videos, but I'm not going to split hairs here.
All right, man. Good for you, man. Congratulations on being back.
Thank you.
Well,
Keep fighting the good fight.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
And I want to say thank you, too. Now he's actually joined hackerhamin.podbean.com. We're getting that first hour of his show.
Oh,
and yeah, he's done now. He screwed himself.
He's done.
But I enjoyed the hell out of the show you just did on 5G for fifth generation of the network that's coming forward. There's going to be a lot talking about that with the Internet of Things in the next 2 years. And, I was working in telecom, so there's even the radiation aspects of that alone didn't really even get covered in that first hour. There's a whole part of that, let alone the devices that will be connected in your house as Alexa becomes the #1 Christmas present this year. So
I just bought that.
Not in this house. Not in this house. It won't be.
yeah, not unless it's got an Apple
symbol.
symbol.
You might as well
on
be
it.
drinking shots of fluoride, man. Don't do it.
I used to live in New York, so I did. So
it's going to be a hell of a thing. These millimeter waves, the way they're describing them is that precipitation, which is water, absorbs them, and trees, which have living cells. So, it doesn't take a genius to understand what it's going to do to human cells. But anyhow, I want to thank you guys so much for having me on. And if somebody we know falls, count me in. I'll stand with everyone else and do what I can.
We'll do, Crow.
Salud,
Plug your YouTube, Crow, so we can get those subscribers back up.
All right, man. My YouTube channel, which was terminated and has been reinstated, is Crow777, which is CRROW777. My podcast site is Crow777radio.com. There's like 84 free hours of content. And there it is. I'll let you guys get back to your show, and thank you once again.
Appreciate you, Crow. Have a good one, brother.
All right, man. Good luck.
Take care, bud.
Later.
Have a
Good
good
luck.
night.
There he is, the
You're
good
saying
brother.
he's gonna be dead in a week, right? Fucking suicidal.
Yeah, he's done after this. So
He's done, right? He signed up for freaking Hamin Bodpeen. He's done.
yep, that's it. He's officially on every list that he wasn't on before, man. So, but I thought that was a huge victory, and shout out to all our listeners
Yeah,
and Twitch
good for him,
supporters. You know, we might not even have the platform built yet that he does, but you know, and Security 10's got 1.1 million followers, and he wasn't going as hard, but just shining light on them made their assholes pucker, and off they went, and brought him back in that week. So happy to play a small part in that fight. Go ahead.
Question: how much of those 1.1 million followers do you think are aliens that are just marking out to see if they get caught on camera?
Probably 0.1, but yeah. Yeah, you know, it was the fact that Infinite Fringe and whatnot, we just joined together to give them that platform support. And, you know, like the wrestling community, it's going to be a niche community, and I'm glad the soldiers went to war to do what they needed to do, and we need to stay bright-eyed, because with these 10,000 new assholes they got actually going to scrub all the videos. I actually want to try and apply for that job if you can do it remotely, so I can get them from the inside and turn videos back on. So
I still don't understand why it's so blatantly obvious that the videos, they literally, there's videos up there about people saying they want to kill Trump. They want to kill the president,
Right.
and they do not get caught any kind of strikes. They're actually most of the time in related videos. They're pushed to an extent for people to see.
Here's the thing. I'm not going to mention their name because the podcast is garbage. I'm driving all day, so I listen to podcasts throughout the day, and it's a conspiracy theory podcast. They're so mild and so, lack of a better term, and I apologize if it offends anybody, they're so pussy about everything.
yeah.
They're so worried. They're so worried about getting killed by the government. They make a joke out of it. It's like their running joke that they're going to get killed by the government. Nothing they say is, by any means, any stretch of the imagination, innovative or fun. But I listened to them, and they were saying that their numbers significantly dropped in algorithm, and they didn't understand why. They thought the government was fighting back against them because they mentioned Vegas. And that was the same point. Actually, Crow just mentioned it. The algorithms changed for YouTube, I believe it was.
Yep.
That everybody's numbers went down, like, significantly, because they changed the algorithm due to, you know, I guess what I'm assuming is now everybody who talked about Vegas automatically just took this hit.
Yep. Well, were you here the first time? Because he wanted to even just call it the V word, because he didn't want to hurt our chances in the algorithm. So, like, you know,
The V word.
Yeah.
So it's across the board, even for the bitches who won't step out and say, hey, look, you know, look at even the guys who aren't shining light, the guys who are just kind of just cruising along, they're still getting hit with it. And, you know, they panic. We don't panic. We just keep going and just keep shitting on everybody. So, whatever.
yeah, our wives want us to get hit so they can cash in on the life insurance policies.
That would be the best
More
thing
dead than
ever.
alive.
That's it to them. So we got no fear of anything at this point. We lived our dreams.
We had that
already.
talk on Messenger where I said I got to get out of Atlanta, which is, you know, it's just awful here. There's too many people. There's too many people here, and everybody's just, you know, ready to go. So got to get out of here. But
Please?
what did you say? Where's the best opportunity?
Yeah.
I said my life insurance for my wife. That's
Yeah.
the best opportunity.
That's it at this point, man. There's
We've been talking.
option.
None of us are suicidal, though.
No.
Just put it out there. None
No,
of
not
us
at
are
all.
Well, I
suicidal.
did watch SmackDown
Except-
last night. I'm not feeling too
Except
good
when
about
Stevie does go to the pool early because, you know, for his big freeze.
Yeah.
Oh, they can dude. They can get me at the gym at 3 a.m. I'm pretty.
Listen, I'm just saying, me and
much
your wife have
ready.
been talking. She's a
Really?
lovely woman for an Asian.
Yes.
For an Asian.
She moved to
knows about
Jersey,
that.
bud.
Yeah.
She did. Did you move? Yeah, move to Jersey. Move to Jersey. You can become like a trainer at the Monster Factory.
Yeah, we're so close. Oh, yeah.
Ah. Oh,
There,
get
he
the cage,
really
kid.
gets it in.
do
Hot
you know?
cha.
You fucking.
I
street
could have
fighter.
had that sweet street fight spot that
Yeah.
Oogie Goo
covenant.
is
You
in, or
can't
whatever
swing
his
in a
name
street
is.
fight, man. You
Yeah.
can't hang.
I would have to pull Danny Cage off you.
I want you. Yeah, there you go. You got me back.
Bong.
I love Sal's. I'm not throwing under the bus, but I loved
Yeah.
what you said about the irony of having a street fight in a school where they try to teach you fundamentals.
Yeah, that's
Try
why
to
I put
train
that over. Yeah. I was like he's going.
Yeah, why not?
He drills fundamentals constantly, but he's gonna have a street fight instead. I don't get that. Like,
Let me tell you. Okay, a little anecdote. Just when each of us, Devon, remember Dancing with Dudleys? I don't know if you anybody.
yeah,
Adolfo.
for sure.
Yeah, Adolfo. Right. So whenever any of us got to ECW, okay, and we would train at Johnny's, we'd go on, whatever the day was, and then just go work out. Johnny would sometimes come in the ring for no reason and hit us with a 2x4 in the back. Okay, I'm talking a good swat, and he'd go ECW, right, and he'd swing and hit us. We'd all laugh about it. Okay, and he would hurt, but you can't sell it in front of the kids, the guys who are training and everything else.
Yeah.
It was one of those things of, and then he would say, if I catch you doing it in here, I'm going to fucking kill you. If I see you guys doing any of this dog shit in this ring, he would come in and murder you. But he would come in every now and then just because he felt like it, hit us with a chair during training, during doing bumps or rolls, and nobody ever did anything stupid in that ring at Gleason's. Nobody would try to do anything dopey in the ring, and nobody did high lucha spots, nothing. But he would come in every now and then and just hit us with a chair or a fucking 2x4 or whatever he had on hand. And if you said ECW, you couldn't get mad at him. That was the rib. So in doing that in a school, to sit there and tell your students and be like, listen, these are the fundamentals, and then to put over that you're working a street fight. It just means you walk around the ring and you hit guys and you drag like you're fucking and you hit people with cookie tins and bullshit for 20 minutes and you've done 4 minutes worth of work. I can do street fights. I have a shitty leg, a horrible spine. I can do street fights.
Yeah. Just walk around the ring, sell away.
It's ridiculous. And then to act like, I'm not going to get into this. Is not a wrestling podcast. Stevie Richards, how dare you do this?
I wanted to say Johnny Rods versus Danny Cage in a street fight sounds amazing. I'd love to see that. You're right.
How dare you?
I would like to. I baited once again. I'm the baiter.
That's it. The master
You're the
debater.
master debater.
Yeah, I'll say it myself. I'll bury myself every day. You don't need
So
help.
to bring it back one more time.
No. I got to say one more.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, you son of a bitch.
I totally forgot. I have notes on the show though. I wrote notes out.
To go back to your original thing with that road agent.
Danny Cage, and I just forgot.
If he hears this, he's gonna put it on you, kid.
That's it. You're going to be street fight number 2.
You're gonna get your
I wonder
fucking
if I can handle the. I wonder if I can handle the pressure. Jeez.
No, you can't. I was gonna say to go back to that when you were talking about that certain road agent. Regardless if you didn't know Mr. Pierce's name, I will put over that that was the night of for CM Punk.
He didn't know Punk's fucking gimmick either.
Fuck that, because when Punk goes, this is my show about that's my show about ECW, and he was champ, but like that was the reboot, and like to do that in a locker room full of guys. But when he goes,
Number 2,
he goes, use a complete asshole. Like that's the only note he wrote down for Vince about Punk.
So you guys are talking about Tony Atlas, right?
Oh yeah, Tony Atlas. That's right.
Yeah, Tony Atlas. That fucking perfect.
See, now you got to fight him and Cage. Now you're really fucked.
Yeah, you're gonna have to face both of them now.
That's
But
right.
the whole thing though, what he didn't even know Punk's gimmick, and he kept asking him, why you taped up? Why you taped up?
We don't use
And
that
it's
much
like,
tape.
What?
And then like to me at this point, Punk told him, he's like, I have a toy coming out for kids. It's just hand wrapped, but it's like that neoprene hand wrap, or spandex hand wrap.
Yeah.
It was the gimmick coming out, the toy that they were selling. He goes, "You don't watch the program, do you?" And to me, like, just say that to a road agent. Number one, Punk was the rebel. Punk was the rebel angel of WWE, ECW at that point. But he still got treated like a bitch in the locker room up at the big house.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, guys still shit on him up there. So
he just got his blue belt in jiu-jitsu, and I'd still shoot fight him. I got no fucking fear of him. So.
Yeah, please.
So he's ready for Brock.
Yeah, he's ready. He's ready to
send him in.
Yeah,
Punk actually told me himself that story about Tony, and he asked me if he goes, "Will I get heat for that?" And I go, "Yes, but you'll get pushed because people with heat get pushed around here." And I think I was right.
Yeah,
he got pretty good push after that.
But that's that's the thing. Looking back at it, it's like, man, yeah, good for him. And while it was happening, I was like, good for him.
Yeah,
yes.
The whole locker room was like,
Tremendous.
"What the fuck is going on?" It got eerie quiet in there, dude.
See, but I was loving that whole thing. I said, this is perfect. This is what it needs, man. This is what everybody needs to see. Mm-hmm. They should do a show on this shit because this is tremendous.
Yeah.
And then now the fucking 44-year-old version of me is like, dude, just shut your mouth.
Right. See, to me, that was Joey Mercury.
Just
shut the fuck up. I
still respect him for saying it. I'd still slap him in the mouth if it was me.
Yeah.
I would have got up and punched him right in the mouth. But at the same time, I respect him for doing it. So I'm torn with him on that situation.
Yeah.
It was great entertainment, though, I'll tell you.
Yeah. Tony Atlas was still jacked as fuck. He would have knocked his ass the fuck out with one punch.
I mean, he's like, Punk's pretty lucky,
dude,
actually.
he was fucking jacked. And actually, him and Cody and somebody else, I can't remember, I don't think it was Spears, walked out. Like, they got the fuck up and walked out. And I was like, God damn, dog. Like, in front of a bunch of non-contract guys, too, of like the fact, like, everybody's asshole tight when he goes, maybe you haven't seen my show. And like a lot of us were diehard ECW guys, and there's ECW guys in the room. I was like,
shit.
Holy fuck, bro. So, there's some real inside Stooge report for you fucking marks out there listening. But this is a conspiracy show. This isn't a wrestling show, Infidel. So we're going to keep going. And I'm going to dive right into
I'm sorry, I got to stop you for 1 second.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Huh?
Center up, guy.
Center up?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look a little shady on the side there.
There you go.
Thank you.
Much better.
My symmetry was off.
Oh, his chi was imbalanced. But I'm going to dive in the Conspiracy Horseman mailbag. And then I got some actually questions from last week's where you two jabronis weren't here that were addressed to you. So we can hit that up as well. So quick one here from Michael Carson. Mikey Aloite here. That's good. First off, thank you for your work inside and outside the ring, the time you put in, off-screen shows for all you do. I value all of your opinions, and I wish that you could talk the way you do. I could talk the way you do with my quote-unquote friends. I don't want to get too deep, so only 2 inquiries for now. MF Doom's work, JJ Doom, GMO, and Neruvian Doom, Nehruvian Doom, OM, MF Doom, Antimatter, which this is Can't Stop Me Now original beat, and 5G cell towers that are being put up all over urban areas with no fucks given about the data that shows these microwave lengths are detrimental to our life, especially humans. Any and all input is appreciated. Gratitude and love for you all. Well, I haven't listened to a lot of MF Doom because it pissed me off with the masks that they stole from Ghostface, but I definitely need to. But we just kind of covered a little bit of this 5G, and I think we're going to do a show on it when we can research a little more. But everyone says bigger, better, faster, stronger, and we went to 4G. 5G networks are supposed to be 1 gigabyte streaming. 100 megs to a 1 gigabyte full streaming with 1/10 of a second lag. So you're not even going to see it. But the fact that it's going to be for the Internet of Things, not just for your phone and faster internet, so everything in your house can be wired. That means, I imagine, every cable company is going to come out with some type of new Wi-Fi router to put out an even stronger signal in order to do that. So you're going to have upgrades that way. and none of this has been tested. There's plenty of videos where FCC gets questioned about this, and they just sweep it under the rug. So, Pop, what do you think about this, man?
FCC, FDA, they're all crooks. They all get paid under the table to work the gimmick, and at the end of the day, they don't care about anyone's lives or their health or anybody's repercussions from what's going on or any advancements. As long as they get their freaking money that's, stuck to the gum under the table, that's all they care. You know what I'm saying? But, I don't know. I haven't really researched this 5G. This is the first time I'm hearing about 5Gs. So I would like to get paid 5Gs. Yeah. I mean, I'm not a tech guy, so I don't, I'm not too savvy on anything, but
you're not Emma. You're not Emma. You're not getting booked on 2 shots on a weekend for 5Gs. Fuck that. You're not getting that kind of money.
Russell Pro gave it to her.
No comment.
So, whatever. We'll see what happens. I mean, by the time we do our research, it's already too late because that's when everything's in place and research can be doctored. And then once all that happens, the ramifications are already in set. So we're all screwed. It'd be funny. All this radiation that spills out, everyone turns into an Incredible Hulk. All this gamma radiation from the 5Gs. That's what's going to happen.
With all the high fructose corn syrup, we've already got the Incredible Bulk. So it's,
Oh, boom.
There we go.
Big Bray says in the chat room, and we talked about this on a previous episode, those little towers they're putting around in New York City and around that area.
He wanted me to mention that.
He said that he guessed that they were 5G towers. They possibly could be.
They could be.
Yeah, but they have the Mason symbol on them, too. They have that out of chaos we find order. They have that symbol on the middle of them. So that's weird. Why would they have all...
Well, it could be multiple purposes for those towers. It could be that. It could be cameras.
They sell parts on those towers. They sell space on them.
Yeah.
I used to work for a company that put them up, and all the companies work off the same towers. They put a tower up in, let's say, we put it up in Allentown. AT&T, Sprint, MCI, everybody puts it up on the same tower. They all get space, and they all pay the jagoff who owns that tower. It doesn't matter who owns it. They all.
What I mean is that there's these mini towers up in New York City right now, right by the tunnels, and they were saying they're for tolls and everything, but they could be having them
down, guys.
Yeah, well, they said, and they went to the MTA and asked them on camera of what it is, and MTA people are fucking kayfabing right to the camera with no comment when they're paid officials that need to answer these questions to not just a third-party press. Like, this is mainstream press, and they're fucking kayfabing, so I don't think it's the 5G yet on that, Ray. I think that is more of a constant tracking, a facial recognition, a license plate capture, and whatever other technology that they're not telling us about. But he is kind of right in to think that, in the fact that, remember when they put up the 3 and 4G towers, everybody started cunting off about, oh, look at what an eyesore they are, and they're taking up this or that. Now the 5G towers are really going to be about that big, 10 feet tall. So you have incredibly much more bandwidth in a smaller, compact area. That means, to me, much more microwave frequency being put out of that compact area.
Yeah, that story from Crow, real quick, that story from Crow about putting the fluorescent light tube under that tower, and it's not even a 5G tower.
Aragon devices.
Whatever speed it was, and it lit the bulb up.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
Yep. So
Pop it on, sorry.
Go ahead, Pop.
No, it's okay. I was going to say that the Nephilim are going to come with Planet X. They're going to use those towers for toothpicks.
It's about time.
I think we all saw They Live, right? Everybody's seen that?
Yeah.
It's a documentary.
Exactly. So that's what
like Wrestlers versus Zombies. It's a documentary.
We're fighting the marks now. Yeah, but I'll look into some of that MF Doom stuff, Mike, and get back to you. You know, I am Hip Hop Hamin, and I definitely want to check it out. Some guys I used to hang with in Chicago were into MF Doom, and they used to play it, and I just kind of tuned out. I was strictly Wu-Tang, so I need to definitely look more into it, especially if he's speaking that kind of truth. This one's from Andrew Bello. Hello, Horsemen, Dogs of War, Stevie's Cats, the Nancy Browns of the world, and the Nassau PD. Covering it all. You know this guy's a real listener right here. Are you ready for some football? I'm not. Maybe it's because it was invented by the Greeks. I started losing interest before Kaepernick's stuff, but it got much worse from there. Then I heard about the Sandy Hook stuff thanks to you guys, Wolf Bang and the Infinite Fringe and Billy Ray Valentine. Dude, he's killing it right here, getting his shit in with his promo, which also happens to be available on the Hacker Hamin Media Group. Boom, he lays it in. So now I'm starting to question if the football itself is even real. It sort of seems like a wrestling storyline sometimes. Last year, they build up to the season with Deflategate, Brady versus Goodall. Then, sure enough, at the end of the year, Brady goes over in seemingly miraculous fashion, and Goodell has to hand the prize to his big rival. This is just a recent example, but I feel like we get an awful lot of ironies, coincidence, and storybook endings in sports. It's almost too frequent to possibly be genuine. I don't think most of the players are in on it, but I think a few key players are. All they'd really need to make it work. So I guess my real question is, do you think the NFL's will work? By the way, this year I've got the Rams getting the strap to put over the move to the LA Pats doing the job, and Brady either going out on his back or coming back for one more year and going over strong. Sorry for the long email. Keep doing what you're doing. Ben, if you ever see Roger Goodell, give him a few $5 face slaps and send me the check. Y'all, the Andrew Bello. Wow, that was a fucking kick-ass email right there. That was almost as good as the amazing
Greatest email of all time.
Tremendous.
Yeah, you got to send him some free
that's
shit.
the best one so far. That's the best one.
Yeah, that's best email of 2017 right there, man. That's going to be hard to top. Fuck. Go ahead. Somebody take it.
Now, Stevie, back in the day, when you and Danny used to do Madden,
Yeah.
right? Now, all back then on Facebook, constantly, Danny Doring used to constantly say football's a work.
Yeah, he did. You know, I had what episode was it? It was like after week 3 or something like that, where I said it's weird how up to week 3 or somewhere around that time there was no low scoring games. They were kind of mundane, and then next week it was like shootouts, everything on the, like every single game right down to the wire. Really suspicious there. There's my buddy Russian Vids Ben. He put up one where he really went in, and there was these weird hand signals of a runner doing like this, and the guy would move in a direction, or that's reaching. But I do believe that there's probably them saying we need higher scoring games, we need exciting games, you need to, they're making the rules to where the offense has the advantage anyway, or the defensive players can't hit, they can't do certain things to the wide receivers. So they're kind of creating the environment for that. It's not so much a work, but they're creating an environment where it can happen. And when they say, hey, all these games are boring, we need exciting games, especially with the Kaepernick stuff, people are tuning out for 2 reasons. Then you have people like every single game almost goes down to one play now. It just defies the odds.
Unless they're building up that whole narrative, like for the Eagles. Eagles went to Seattle and shit the bed, and it was just a situation where everybody, even people who aren't interested in football anymore, tuned in because they wanted to see what was going to happen.
Yeah.
So they got to build up that storyline, which is still better than WWE storylines, and it just gets back to the fact of they gotta set this up for everybody to watch, even people who are like, I'm never watching again, fuck Kaepernick, or whatever else their problem with the NFL is.
Well, I heard two things really. This part of the storyline, fucking McAdoo and old boy got future endeavored this fucking week, and that was over as fuck. So like just more for people to talk. So it's like they're kind of working the sheets based on fans getting their shit in to cut promos either way. So that kind of lends to it. The other part,
and
of
it
that
was
is,
likened. Was it fucking Waterhead Eli? They said that. He's going to come back and he's going to get Donnie B.
Yeah,
said he's going to get a Hogan-like pop.
Yeah, watch him. Right.
When he shows back up again.
Right. They drove him down. It's like when Damian Sandow comes back and he goes over. They were super pumped, right? Like, and then they'll fucking bury him. So the other part is I heard, with the Kaepernick and everything, everybody wants to blame it on that and get the race stuff in because that's good biz and it keeps you in the media. And even though it fucked over half of ESPN, really, it's not anything to do with Kaepernick and taking the knee. They've lost $500 million this season, if not more. That was 2 weeks ago. And it's really about the middle class has been destroyed in this country. And they don't want to put it over because if you're to go with a family of 4 and take them to a Bears game, a Bills, whatever game,
the Bears,
$50 for parking, in the city. Fucking tickets for shit seats are $200 to $250. $12 beers and shit like that. Who the fuck do they think is really affording this and could do this week in and week out? It's because they pushed us so far. They pushed the amount of real fans. Oh, we got 600 out of them. Next year, we're getting 800 out of them. Oh, next year, we're getting 950.
Well, these stadiums are all about
1,200.
personal seat licenses and luxury boxes and corporations having that. It's not about
people
here in
anymore,
Atlanta.
man.
And here in Atlanta, like, I just think it's so funny. In Smyrna, they build the Brave Stadium, and they purposely don't build public transportation access to the stadium. What do you think they're trying to say? They don't want poor people coming in here.
Yeah.
They don't want people that can't. They want to keep the poor people out of the stadium. That's what they're trying to do. You have to have a car.
Smyrna is not poor people friendly.
What's that?
Smyrna is not poor people friendly.
Well, I'm poor.
Like
Well,
the
they
Steve
hate
Richards
me,
compound.
so yeah,
Nobody
you're right.
gets.
Everybody hates me here, so that makes sense. I will say this: the NFL is so stupid, and most people don't see through it. They gave $86 million to support these causes and these activists. So they're trying to buy PR to bring that $500 million and more back. And you're right, Ben. That's not the problem. They're trying to say, well, we're going to make it seem like we're a good NFL,
Right.
That cares about the black people, cares about the oppressed people, cares about Black Lives Matter, all this shit. But
They only
it's
care
really
about black
just
people when they're playing for them.
Yeah.
no, but what I'm saying is, like, they think that they're going to buy the goodwill of the black people back, so they'll get the $500 million back. But it's a dollars and cents. I don't make enough money. Nobody does. Nobody gets cost of living raises. Health insurance is going up. Utilities, food, everything's going up except people's salary. So how can you afford to pay for these fucking games? You're right, Ben. That's
you can't-
100% right.
And they need to, what I talked about this in my advertising class, is rebrand. But you can't rebrand the NFL. You have to rebrand as family friendly. And when have you known a major corporation to fucking cut price in half since Schooner Tuna, Mr. Mom, 1985, when they fucking, did it? Like, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Fucking deep cut references by Hacker Hamin. 32 years, yeah. Like the fact that they're not going to do that. How are they really going to win people back? They're not going to drop ticket prices 50 cents, drop beers back to $5. It's simple used car salesman. You want to sell one guy one beer at $12, or you want to sell him 4 beers at fucking $5? It's the same shitty draft. You know what I mean? You're not going to do whatever. And of course they would want to sell more and make their profit margin that way. But the constant greed has just gone over too strong.
Pop it on put it best earlier, and I'll just go on top of that. These people don't think. That's actually better business, but these people are just thinking, yeah, there you go. These people are just thinking about right now how they can just squeeze somebody rather than having repeat customers and having income over time. Everybody wants to make their quarterly earnings. They want to have more. We said it before. If a company is projected to make $150 million and they only make 120, they act like they lost 30. You still made $120 million. You didn't lose anything.
Right.
You're profitable.
It's I'm glad Papa. I'm sorry.
No, I was going to say, we're all talking money, right? Yeah. That is the key. What's the dude's name who wrote the email?
Who did write that one?
Not polite to point.
Andrew Bello. Yeah, we got to put him over. That was a fucking great email.
Okay. Andrew, here's the key. And this is the golden rule.
AB3, some people might call him. Whatever.
Okay. You follow the money, you'll always find the truth. When it comes to money, everything is a freaking work. And when we mean work, we're not talking about that the guys are calling spots in the back or what play or what down, this is going to happen, that's going to happen. There's manipulation involved to get a set result that's already predetermined. Look at the NBA with the referees that were betting on the games and calling fouls and calling this and that so they can get a point spread so they can pay off their bookies or make money off their bookies. That's a work. Baseball's been fixed in the past. 1918 Black Sox. It can be fixed again. NFL, same thing. You guys don't think it's coincidental that all the stuff that happened in Houston, that Houston won the World Series this year?
Yeah,
Come on.
everybody they give it to who needs it.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
And
Like,
I gotta go ahead, Sally.
well, mine was just a Seinfeld observation of I don't know any rich people except Tommy Dreamer and Danny Doring, so I don't know any rich people.
Yeah.
All the people I know on Facebook, my friends, people I've known before that, they're all blue collar people and below. Okay. Whenever I see, and some of them are super fans, they have named their kids after fucking quarterbacks of their favorite teams, and their house is decorated in the colors, team colors. And whenever I see them post on Facebook, going to a game, okay, I'm like, oh, that's cool. And they're like, boss gave me tickets.
Yeah. It's
Right?
Never,
And
never.
it's like, or boss gave me box seat. From whatever company they work for, the boss was like, I can't make it, I'll give it to this guy. And boom, there it is. I've never seen somebody be like, hey, going to a game, bought tickets for the family. And to me, that's where, now I remember way back in the day when my dad, he's an electrician. He used to be for IBEW in the city. And they would give IBEW guys tickets for Mets games constantly because they'd put the lights up in the stadium, whatever the deal was. So all those union guys would get those tickets. And that was the only time you ever saw these people in those seats, was all the union guys that they gave tickets to, because it got to a point. And now this was back in 86, 87 when when the Mets were worth the shit, you know? So, you know what I'm saying?
Now it looks like WWE event with the upper decks tarped off, thousands of empty seats.
Exactly, dude. Exactly.
So,
it's gotten to that point where it's just the only way people, the common man is getting to go to the games is when your boss fucking charities you some tickets because he can't make it.
Yep. I wanted to go back, to the black athlete thing because I got a couple different things. Last week we had an email right in specifically for you, Papa Don, because you had mentioned about why they teach slavery in school, whether that's to keep a certain mentality going or whatnot. And I wasn't sure what you meant by that. It was tough for me to even recall that. But then I had gotten some Twitter feedback from @Cadillac Heel Hero.
Black guy?
Yeah. So, of course, Cadillac.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm out. See you guys.
Yo,
Fuck, I got enough people eating here in Smyrna. Come on, man. We don't need anything else going.
So check this, 2 tweets. I recently was watching Survivor Series with my girlfriend number 4. She has not watched since Attitude Era, and she turns to me and says, "Why are the black wrestlers gay? The New Day in their girl colors, Velveteen Dream
dare you?
being like Prince. Where are the real black men in WWE? I looked at the past years in entertainment, and I always believed that there was an agenda to make black males more effeminate as to make them less threatening. When black males show aggression, we're seen as animals, uncontrollable savages. Can the Horsemen touch on this?" So
Yeah, I got heat with this hooker, whoever this is.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
that's stupid.
I disagree. I'm with him, dude.
What? You're disagreeing?
Yeah, I'm with him,
Asshole.
dude.
Not you, this fucking retard.
First thing,
How
first of
dare
all,
you?
Who's the retard? Ben or the person?
No, the other, this broad.
Well, we're all
Oh, yeah.
retards.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Hey, Sal, I'm with him. I think New Day's coonery is in
What about Crime Time? They were like, and New Jack.
but
and
that goes to his
Hold on,
point.
hold on,
Crime
hold on,
Time is
hold on, hold on.
specifically made to look like criminals and savages. There's no. Titus was the first strong black male character who was doing a Father of the Year thing. He went up,
Wrong.
grabbed Vince on
He
the
fucked up.
well, yeah.
What
Well, I'm
about,
saying
Ahmad,
in
what's his,
recently.
From
Okay.
Pearl River.
Oh,
Who? Ahmad Johnson?
Ahmed Johnson.
Right.
But whatever. I mean, right now,
thinking my connection's bad.
right now, it is straight
I can't hear
coonery,
you.
bro. It is
I
straight
don't hear
coonery.
any of that.
So go ahead, Pop. This was for you, and I don't know if you had a point on
right.
the slavery
Let me-
and school
let me
things.
answer it. Number one,
Yeah.
she hasn't seen the freaking Page video.
It's
with,
a guy. It's a guy. He was with his girl.
Okay, no, I'm saying him and her have not seen the Page video with Xavier Woods.
So he's an equal
right,
opportunity.
right then and
How
there,
dare
it's
you.
debunked. Okay, look, here's some guys. Booker T. What was wrong with that? Okay,
That's a rib gimmick too. That was a rib. They made him a fucking King Louis the fucking 14th
Doesn't
British
matter.
aristocrat.
Doesn't matter. He made it work. He made it work.
It's still
Come
a
on,
rib.
man.
It's a rib. Why can't he just be fucking Booker T, badass motherfucker from Texas who should be like, you know, half ghetto
But
but
what's
half
everybody's
not?
stance? What's everybody's
not the
stance on
point.
this?
I think they are
Kamala, like,
absolutely fucking devastating the black man by fucking purpose with
I don't agree.
I will fight.
well,
and let me,
you're
let me just
wrong.
say
Both of
this.
you are
Hold
wrong.
on, up.
This question was for me, damn it. Let me answer it. Bunch of guys going to get your shit in. Learn to work, god damn it. Fuck.
Falsies.
Look, what about Lashley? Huh?
Fired.
What about he got fucked? He quit. But they made him look strong.
I
as hell,
agree.
right?
Lashley's one of the few.
Okay.
How many
who
you
else?
need?
Big E before he joined the crew. You know, he was booked strong. He was NXT champion.
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man.
Now they do their thing because their thing was initially a play off of gospel. I saw it pitching to the writers when I was backstage.
Fucking A.
Right?
Some more bullshit. Southern
But
Baptist bullshit.
they came up with the gimmick.
Yeah.
And they liked it. And then it spawned into what they're doing now because they're incorporating traits from each personal life and then throwing it. It's just being entertaining. Dude, for God's sakes, they're getting commissions for selling unicorn freaking headpieces. Come on, God bless them.
Forehead dicks, man. Come
Forehead dicks.
God
Did you
bless
like it when he?
I-
Don't let
like-
Perry Saturn show you how to use that thing.
I,
I
or
don't- I don't
fucking,
get- I don't get that reference.
or Raven.
But- Okay.
I used to
But-
strap it to his head and then fuck girls with it. So there,
Oh,
the Rhino.
okay.
That's what
Right.
they told me.
The Rhino.
I will
nice.
fight anybody
The
who talks
unicorn.
bad shit about fucking the New Day. They are fucking amazing.
All
Dude,
right.
Is this a
they
wrestlers with
push a
zombie
fucking.
sarcasm
they-
that I'm hearing?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I love the New
They
Day.
push the
I
fucking
think
ice
they
cream
are
thing
so
down, and
fucking entertaining.
he's giving head to the ice cream thing. Bootios, which is licking ass
Amazing.
unto itself. Like all these things are
Amazing.
fucking
Dude.
gay innuendo, dude.
I don't know if he's serious.
I'm
all
fucking
amazing.
shoot
Wait a minute,
serious,
do you
bro.
think- Do you think the pancake Aunt Jemima spot?
Yeah, it absolutely is fucking that, dude. Aunt
absolutely
Jemima's the most
amazing.
racist fucking marketed character of all time.
All right,
You know
guys.
what? Here's
Next
the deal.
question.
No,
Did you answer the
next
question yet, Pop
I
It
will-
On?
I will
Yeah, I
answer the
said
question.
no, absolutely not. I brought
Yeah,
up two
wait,
guys
wait.
right off the bat.
Go ahead, Sal.
You know what?
And a video
Here's the
clip.
deal. No matter what you want to call these guys, you want to call them Uncle Toms, you want to call them whatever these guys are going to get their fucking houses and their cars and their kids' fucking college.
It's not
Their
about
11
them.
kids.
It's about the
It's-
fact
it
that
is
they're
about
making
them.
them do it. It's the fact that this is how people are being portrayed, and is there an agenda behind it?
Hold on.
Let me
Wait,
ask,
wait,
no,
wait, Sal,
no,
hold
stop.
on,
One
say
second.
thing.
Let me ask
Okay.
you a question. Let me ask you the question. So if they take a fat guy on NXT or anywhere else and they sell him as a fat guy, okay, and they make him a big bumbling fuckhead
Bullfit.
because he's a big fat guy.
No,
So,
dude.
but here's the deal.
The guy
They
can
make
work,
him
and
do
they
that.
made him a fucking fat gimmick.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, if you take what they give you and you make it fucking lemonade.
I agree.
Adrian Adonis, bro. Adrian Adonis.
Exactly. You know what I mean? But like the New Day have taken every fucking bullshit, and Papa Don just explained. They picked the gimmick. They brought this onto themselves.
It's definitely
No matter
not what it
they
was when
throw
it
at them.
started, dude.
Listen,
No,
hold
no,
on.
but whatever
hold on a
it turns
second.
into, these guys will make
I
fucking
understand.
gold out of it.
My point is
Look,
still not that. It's not about them.
I think Ben, I don't know what you poured in that glass, but I think you drank too much Danny Cage liberal juice right now.
Boom.
You are, my friend, you are banned. Stop. Next question. That's it.
Now Cage
We're
is gonna
having
come after
Horseman
you.
Court. Horseman Court right now.
All right.
No more. Move on.
Hey, man, I respect you guys' opinions, no matter how fucking wrong they are.
How adorable.
Shout out Cadillac GQ. Come by, get me, man. We'll go
My man.
over to chicken and waffles and be
Don't go to
stereotypes
Stevie's
ourselves.
house. You won't be let in the gate.
Yeah, we can't get through the gated community.
Can't
Yo.
get to the gates of Smyrna, kid.
Y'all, last one
I
from
do
another.
live in a gated community.
Yeah, of course you do.
Security guard's always asleep, but that's okay.
What's his name?
Black guy.
I actually screamed one time when I drove by. I go, "Stay woke."
Y'all, from Matt Schaffer. Y'all, gentlemen, love the show and the content that Hacker Hamin is providing. Fuckers. I actually have a pro wrestling question. I was listening to an interview from a couple months back with
I
Big
don't know
Show
what
and
that means,
Jericho.
by the way.
Pro wrestling question?
Yeah, about
Stacks?
I don't know what anything means anymore. I'm done.
Yes.
I'm done.
Yes.
Oh, you relate to your own fucking funeral.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, man.
I was listening to an
So good-
interview from a
good
couple
fellow
months back with
I
Big
got it.
Show and Jericho. Yeah. In the interview, Big Show mentioned there are no bridges in matches these days. He went on to state that Arn Anderson always talks about bridges in the ring. So in the terms of wrestling, what is a bridge? Looking forward to getting my Conspiracy Horseman shirt from Pro Wrestling Tees. Much love to you guys, Matt Schaffer at Matthew_Schaffer, SHAFFER.
Well, Schaefer, let me explain something to you, Mr. Schaefer. A bridge is something that you do when you're doing a German suplex. You just hunch over and you arch your back and you go on your tippy toes and you balance your body weight and your opponent on the weight of your neck. That's a bridge. But in actuality, I think he means the transition between moveset or spots between wrestlers. Now, maybe he needs to start watching some Stevie Richard matches or some Papadon matches because our transitions is impeccable. And let's face facts. The transition is what brings the guys up and down, mainly down right before full finish to get that pop so they finish high. Now, if he's not seeing it, maybe he's not doing that. Maybe the wrestlers are not doing their jobs, or maybe this guy doesn't know what a bridge is because they're doing 30.
Well, he doesn't. Obviously, yes, that's a fucking question.
Well, no, what I'm saying is that they're doing 37 false finishes, 37 million false finishes in the opening matches.
Fuck,
now.
in the open. 46-minute opening segment on Raw. 46 minutes.
46 minutes, Dougie Fresh.
And they had probably 14 falsies in the first match. I fucking couldn't believe it. Go ahead.
Hey, man.
Yeah. Well, to be honest with you, that's half-ass on Arn, too. Like, Arn's the
Why?
agent. He's one of the head agents. Like, he should be nobody in the back's going to be like, if Arn Anderson comes up and heats on you and be like, why don't you transition the right way? Why don't you do this bridge? Here's 3 examples. And I can be like, get the fuck out of here, Arn Anderson. Who'd you ever beat, motherfucker? Like, you better
What are the
shut the
odds
fuck up and listen, right? Like,
What are the odds
Arn-
that Matt Schaefer is somebody in the WWE locker room wants to know what a fucking bridge is?
it could be. It's Finn Balor. That's Finn Balor's real name.
Oh, stop. Finn can work, dude. Don't stop shitting on Finn.
Fuck that.
He's the king of the demons, man. Come on.
First of all, Arn Anderson is one of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
Of course.
So I don't think anyone's going to be shitting on him.
Look at Stevie being quiet. He knows.
Well, that doesn't make him one of the greatest agents of all time. Ricky Steamboat proved that point.
Yeah,
Wow.
Ray asked me about that when Ricky shit
Well, you
on
talking
you,
about
man.
not knowing names. He didn't know my name for 6 weeks.
Who, Ricky or Sterling?
Yeah, he didn't bother to know my name. Agent in my matches and didn't know anything. He was the one that said to me when I was doing the Koji clutch and I started doing it and trying to get myself over because there's no such thing as a glass ceiling. You're there, get yourself over, and you know the whole deal, right? And that's when he said that is a great move, but it's too good for someone like you.
Wow.
Stop doing it.
Wow. You should have fucking put it on him. Watch an old man cry.
Yeah.
Did you run and hide like you did from Danny Cage?
I did. I did.
You guys
I
are
shook his hand and he sold like this. He did his fucking retarded sell he does to himself for everything.
All right.
Oh, you guys
Don't
are
talk-
fucking racist.
Is this we already did where we bury everybody episode. What's this gonna be
Yeah, I don't
called?
know. We're back. Fucking graveyard needs some new holes. Holy shit.
What about MKUltra?
Yeah,
What about
well,
that?
I think we're there now because we fucking
Arn's suffering from him.
we went through the mailbag
Oh,
and
come on. Stop. Leave Arn alone.
so much for my fucking voicemail at the office today. That's fucking shot right in the fucking ass.
So welcome to the locker room and the impact attack combo.
Yeah,
before
shut
you
up.
get to Conspiracy Wars.
This is
shows.
the conspiracy locker room impact.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hey, they wanted it in the mailbag. We're closing it up, and yalla. So we appreciate all the interaction from conspiracyhorsemen@gmail.com. The new T-shirt purchase, definitely we thank you for that, you guys from ProWrestlingTees.com. You can get them on my store. I think Papadon's, maybe all of ours at this point. We don't have one officially open, but I know it's on most of our stores. And, Twitter, you can always get at us at bin_Hamin, at Greek God Papadon, at Dead No Save for Sale, and at BWO Stevie. Please send it right along. And our personal emails are out there, hackerhamin at Gmail, Stevie Richards Fitness at Gmail. So something at Yahoo for the Greek. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Pop it on 595 Yahoo at AOL.com.
Yeah. At lycos.org or some shit.
Angelfire.net.
Yeah. GeoCities. But yeah, tonight's show is mainly to focus on MKUltra with a lot that's going on. I even thought about coming back because Al Franken and Matt Lauer and all them are taking a ton of heat, but fuck all those guys. They're gonna. I'm anxious to see how they burn. I hope they burn like LA's burning right now. I can't wait to see them all go down.
Ventura.
Yeah. And we even got some stooge report from some of you insiders about who's next to fall and that kind of shit. But when it comes to MKUltra, we shared a video with each other that really put a lot of people in a timeline that once you see them all together back to back to back, it becomes apparent how controlled Hollywood is and how controlled politicians are and just people and musicians having these breakdowns in sports, NBA guys, top guys too, going into these strange trances and strange moments where they become disassociative personalities, cognitive, just splitting of their personalities and off of a trigger word, and very, very insane stuff where they're having tics and, their face just... Oh, I lost some.
Let's wait to see who did it first.
What's that? You guys just zoned out?
Became 9 years old.
Yeah, well, I missed the beat, but it ribs on me like it usually is. So fucking, they all zone out, and then they have tics when a trigger word hits them, like SmackDown or whatever, and it was just crazy. I know, Sal, you fucking were kind of losing it when you saw Hillary and whatnot.
Seriously, man, that was fucking incredible.
Yeah. So at the lowest level to the highest levels, I think it's a complete truth. At this point, there's really no disputing it when you see 30 different patterns of behavior mocking each other.
Like the skeptic in me was like, okay, you know what? It's not uncommon for newscasters or, people that are on that you'd never hear of because they're not mainstream, that they just stroke out on the air and they start flubbing words and, people just automatically say, oh, they stroked out. They had a mini stroke. It happens, stress and this and that. And they, blah, 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 and they can't put a word together. But then to see them all strung together and then to see the variations, and the variations weren't as different as you'd think. They were all the same thing. It was all the same blank stare. It was all the same, like, mechanical just freeze out of their face. All recognition just drained out. It was done. So it wasn't like, okay, oh, this is different. Oh, if you watch, they're all different. They're all the same. That's what made me go, what the fuck? And then when Hillary was the big sell for me when she just, oh, whoa, you guys got to try this. And it's like, wait, what? What the fuck just happened?
Yeah, like, you guys got to try this iced chai latte, the iced chai.
Oh, man.
Right? That's actually...
And the reporter, the chick reporter, who would have ate a fucking mile of her shit to get to her ass was like, what?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, she like bumped off that too. She was like, whoa. Yeah. Like, she wasn't like even the normal, super Hillary supporter was there. Like, even she was shaking out of her fucking boots for a minute, right?
Right. Yeah.
So
it was just amazing. And then going down the rabbit hole and just follow all the other, if you watch all on YouTube when the compilations of everybody just fucking snapping out, it's all the same thing. It's not different variations of things. It's all the same reaction.
So how about this one kind of popped me too, because the Al Roker one gets shown a lot, where it's Matt Lauer, and I don't know the chick's name, but he goes in for a hug.
Savannah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
He goes in for a hug, and she's like, "It's gonna be awkward. Leave room for middle school, like Christ, right? Like they used to say." And or the Holy Ghost, and Roker goes nuts, like Papadon just did. But like,
Roker just totally muppets up.
Yeah, you've never seen Roker really pull that face before, right? And the other part of that is now with Lauer being exposed, she doesn't go in for the hug. That's even more telling that she knew this guy's a fucking straight up perv. And I saw a story earlier today that in the circles of the NBC execs, they call him, I don't know what it was. I can't remember. I said the cockmaster or something. They call him
the cock of the rock.
Cock of the rock. Like
Cock and rock connection.
So, yeah. So like they were even putting him over these fucking NBC execs that are going to fall too. Like that clip alone now shows so much fucking CIA involvement all the fucking way around of what's really going on, man.
Well, you know, they were roasting Lauer back in like 2008 or something like that, and all mentioning stuff like this. It's crazy.
Yeah, well, he was doing the New Day cock on the head thing long before they were doing it.
Back when Raven was doing it to Chastity.
Strong.
Oh, okay now. To all the listeners out there, I know everyone's sitting over here.
Charged for this. It's like a shoot interview. You know. Well, do you have any memories of?
Yeah.
You have any memories of? Right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Papa.
You sure it's okay now?
Give me a few minutes. I'm not even here. I wasn't here after the whatever happened.
When he said Stax was a security guard.
Anyhow,
Ricky Steamboat thought my name was Billy for 3 weeks. I told him my name was
you were
Billy.
Kidman.
I admit it. What's your name? Billy. Okay, Billy.
Billy
it's you, and
Kidman.
even though it says Stevie Richards on the paper, on the board.
Aren't you in that gay angle with Chuck? Yeah, that's me.
Oh, I wish I had those checks though. Jesus. All right.
Papa,
Go ahead, Papa.
carry on.
Please.
thank you guys. I appreciate your kindness. Anyway, like I was saying to all the people listening, MKUltra, what is it? People may not know. Well, what it was a CIA-funded program. What they did is they used LSD on people to see what reactions would happen from these individuals, and these individuals did not know it was going on. Now, this is not a theory. This has come out to be a known fact that, and documents, CIA documents have been disclosed that this was going on all throughout the 50s, and this spawned the hippie movement and the social movement in the 60s. It kind of backfired. What they were using it for was to basically make everybody more obedient so they can all conform to what they were being told. But it backfired and made the rebel movement in the 60s occur. And basically what was going on is they would have people from universities, scientists and doctors sit behind a glass and have hookers bring people into the hotel rooms and give them LSDs to these individuals, not knowing that they were taking LSD, and see what ramification was going on. This happened for years upon years.
Yeah.
So it isn't too far-fetched to think that some of these individuals in Hollywood or in media or in sports have been somehow affected by the CIA through this MKUltra program, or Project Monarch, as it's also known,
Yes.
and has been affected so they can be under the control. And another thing is, you know, if you go to any movie set, whatever movie's filming, whether it's, you know, a war film, a comedy, or one of Stevie's grinder snuff films that he likes to be in, point is, there's always a CIA consultant on the film. And this is a known fact. They have to confirm what the script is going to say through the CIA so they can put their stamp of approval on it. So there you go.
Yeah, and this even goes back before that 50s. I mean, that's when it took hold in America. But this is Dr. Mengele and, what's Hitler's other second in command there?
Himmler?
Himmler. You know,
Some Greek guy, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Himmler. Yeah, Himmlerwitz. But you know, it was
Himmelopoulos.
Himmelopoulos.
What's his name? Kaczynski
George.
was supposed to be part of the
Yeah,
MK
so
Ultra
I'll
program.
bring that up too. So this came over with Paperclip, Operation Paperclip, and like Pop said, it was in the universities. So Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, math genius, went to Harvard, was recruited in the early FBI. It was in over 80 different universities and government agencies in the 50s of when it's actually started to come about. So everyone from Ted Kaczynski, there was another famous one who came out of Harvard at that exact same time as Unabomber. It's escaping me right now. It'll come to me.
Is it Ted Bundy?
No, I think that it was a little bit too early for him to be at the same time as Kaczynski. Maybe it was.
Didn't Ted Bundy sell shoes and live next to Marcy Darcy?
Yes, he did.
What are you drinking?
I was gonna say you're the one
Scored
fucking
4
cut
high
off.
school,
Some 4 touchdowns
for
at Polk High.
Hawkeye.
So
Guy before he entered the MK Ultra program.
yeah, that was,
You know what his jersey number was? 33.
oh shit. So the next part of that was that Stevie had sent this really great documentary around, which Papa Don didn't watch, obviously. But it was, there was a ton of information packed into it, but it almost defines 3 levels. And before that, there's, Pop was right with the LSD experiments, how to disassociate personalities, but there's also trauma-based disassociation where they would, especially with children, but it was a little tougher to do with adults, where they shower someone with love and they gain trust, and that same person will be taken away, and then when they come back, they do something that's unthinkable, whether it's rape or beating, that crushes that person's believability in them that they trusted completely, and the mind is the normal mind escapes, and all you're left with is a subconscious, and sometimes in adults and even childlike, they revert back to a childlike mindset, which can then be formed and split into these other personalities that can be controlled and be triggered with keywords or phrases or sounds or even frequencies, as I'm told that is mainly done today. But what was interesting in that documentary is that there's kind of 3 types of personalities that they make. And I started kind of going back to that first video we talked about and classifying them as what they are. There's the alpha, which is similar to a computer memory where they can remember incredible facts and statistics, like, every Yankee statistic ever from batting average since the beginning of the franchise.
Like the human head weighs 8 pounds.
Right, exactly. Like that kid, sure. Then there's the beta ones, which are most of what they even refer to as sex kittens, or Marilyn Monroe, and people, women who have these affairs and can kind of split their personalities, whether it's a Katy Perry or Miley Cyrus. And then the other one is a delta, and that's your Jason Bourne super killer who can lift 5 times what he could normally do when he's not triggered, into going into this dissociative personality disorder. So, to get the Greek shit in, alpha, beta, delta, they didn't really talk about a Kenny Omega figure, but they did have those laid out as 3 different personalities. And as I went back, you can see some of the certain ones, that's a Bill Gates type, which Sal, we talked about this. We'd sent around a video with Zuckerberg, and he had that chaos arrows in the back of his jacket that he took off, this symbolism that he wears close to his body, and he was acting super fucking strange, even for a computer nerd, right?
He's sweating.
Right.
For a skinny kid, he was sweating his balls off.
Like, you could see him like get nervous, like, oh shit, I can't take this off. My handler will fucking be hot about it. And then something triggered him, and okay, here it was. So to me, that's the prime example of an alpha dissociative personality.
And then I found it odd that they had to overlay another symbol over that. That symbol wasn't enough. They had to show the Hebrew star, like that whole bit.
Well, that's the Zuckerberg. They want to get that in, you know what I mean? It's for
it's not Greek.
Israeli
It's
cabal. Well, what is that? Chaos arrows. Sorry, so what is? Because I'm a little green when it comes to that, but I know you.
It's basically it's nature. There is no straight line, and it's ironic that the straight lines of the chaos arrows. There is no straight line in nature. It's chaos is just it goes in every direction.
Right.
It's there's no, and what was order from chaos?
Yeah,
you guys
order.
you brought that up a few times. some people, like nature people, will take that as a natural symbol. Chaos is nature. And then you go into the Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, Jurassic
the Jeff Goldblum
Park
thing of exactly the chaos theories, and so people can take it and everybody will see something different from it. But when he pulled that sweater, the sweatshirt off, and went like you just looked at him, and went, "Oh shit, chaos! The arrows of chaos, man! They just every direction."
But if you're
But here's a question: Why would Zuckerberg be? You can't just get that jacket at a local store. You have to have it completely.
What did he say?
Well, it was all Facebook.
Our mission statement
from Facebook.
Why shouldn't it be? You have one of the biggest companies in the world. You're multi-billionaire, and you're talking about something chaotic rather than having something like organized. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Wouldn't you have a big F on there for Facebook or something for your company? Like
the Facebook symbol.
Yeah. Well, on the outside, it did
really
have the little embroidered thing, but on the inside, I think it's more about wearing the symbol of something that is satanic, cultish against your body, so you are completely ingrained against that all the time and
covered in plain sight.
Right.
He literally looked like he thought he was a dead man.
Yes, he did.
Right. He started to sweat. That's what
he was shitting
I
his
was like,
pants.
I'm watching it, and he just the minute they're like, "Do you want to take that off?" He's like, "No." And then he started to fucking pour. And now I sweat because I'm a fat guy. I get it. This dude who wears his sweatshirt everywhere, he just started to pour the more they pressed him on it.
Yep.
And I found that to be like, it seemed odd. And you're like, dude, if you're trying to cover this up, you're killing it. You're fucking blowing your whole spot here. And it was just weird.
You know what the weirdest trigger was? It was the very first one. And I think it's just some chick from like The Bachelor or Flavor of Love. I don't know what the fuck it was. But how about that black chick with her eyes, like one goes up and one goes down?
One goes down, right?
I've never, we've seen The Rock eyebrow, and that's pretty impressive to have that kind of muscle control in your face.
She was mugging for the camera,
Dude,
and then I was like, she keeps doing it.
That was like, okay, is she about to reptilian shapeshift right here? I don't know what the fuck is going on, man. I don't know.
It was a short circuit, it looked like.
It was a complete short circuit. And
what about the blonde-headed newscaster who couldn't even put a sentence together?
Again, now I've seen that. They've showed that. What's her name? What's that dude's name? Wendy Williams? They showed.
She went down like a ton of fucking bricks. Holy shit!
Lawsuits
she went
for
down.
everybody.
Yeah.
They showed that dude go fucking completely short circuit, where she's like, and then just fucking done.
Mm-hmm.
So they've written that off as, you had a mild stress stroke or whatever they call it.
But I would believe that, but I would still attribute that to having a split personality where your neurons and synapses aren't lined up anymore in a normal fucking pattern, and they're trying to find a way through. And then it's just like, when my shitty laptop fucks up, you got to restart from the beginning. We're shutting it all down.
And look, we've all, every one of us here have done a live TV spot. We've all done, a recorded promo. So let's see, my first promo sucked. I can guarantee, when I remember doing it, it was just like, it was awful, like in my mind. And, even at OVW, that, when I was recording, doing promos and stuff, I'm like, oh, garbage. But after you do it one or two times, you get comfortable.
Sure.
Whereas somebody's like, oh, somebody pulls your pants down in public, they pants you. In sixth grade, you'd be humiliated and said, that would kill you for life. We've done much worse because we've been paid for it.
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? So if this was their first show and she had a breakdown like that or had a stroke out, I'd be like, all right, I get it. But these people are quote unquote seasoned TV veterans.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, their 912th show, nothing of any kind of milestone or anything. They just automatically just blah, 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 blah. And their fucking
when she starts talking gibberish,
and
that's insane.
Yeah.
Bro.
And you watch her face. She is trying to collect that shit. And then when she can't, she starts crying. She starts getting that scared look when she's like she's trying, but she can't pull her shit together.
And to me, she's an alpha mind control, because that's someone who's got to repeat facts and whatnot. Unless she is a closet sex kitten for somebody. I didn't think she was that over to be in that role.
Well, at the very worst, if anybody looks at this from mainstream media, at the very like best. They're talking heads that don't think for themselves and they just read a script.
Right.
That's at the very, very least. But still, like you said, Sal, you can't ad-lib just a little bit until the teleprompter comes back up. And I mean, I would have loved for Billy Madison to come in and say, today, Junior.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good meme, actually.
It was like she was trying, though. She was trying to get words out, and it was just,
scared.
Complete.
In her face.
Yeah.
She got scared, and she was panicking because she's like, I can't collect my shit.
All right, let's go back to the broker thing real quick.
Yeah.
Now, when you give a look, like Papadon's giving if you're watching on Twitch, you give the look, but it's almost like you sell to the fourth. You break the fourth wall, you look, and you say, can you believe this shit? And then you kind of like go back. Dude, I can't even. It had to be a good 15 seconds or more.
Yeah.
That he just left.
How
He was
about
gone.
who was Damon,
so
the NFL, the NBA player, when they're talking?
2 Chainz.
Well, the 2 Chainz is one too, but there was NBA player where the guy's talking and the guy next to him on the mic just goes.
Yeah, I remember that. And speaking of NBA, what about Beyonce?
Yeah.
Who literally looked like the Bill Clinton makeup MKULTRA video.
Right.
She was like literally just like
Doddering back and forth like a dummy.
Yeah. Like she had some type of palsy,
dude,
kind of.
she wasn't even made up. She usually looks like she's dressed up, made up. She looked like they literally just took her out of bed and just sat her in the seat.
Right.
Like her hair was messed up. She looked like, like what we talked about before from the age of, I took notes, so I'm going to read them.
Go
you
ahead.
guys did most of them. I did
Holy
the work.
cow.
Wait.
Well, I'm just saying.
Stevie strokes out reading a script. Hang on.
Yeah.
So, what I was going to make a point of, too, we're talking about TV, and it's actually kind of like, I guess on a more mild level, talk about wrestling. Like, I never liked being Michael Manna as a kid. I was a shy kid. I was bullied. Always not bullied like today with the side. I was really bullied and picked on and stuff like that. So my escape was actually going into wrestling and becoming Stevie Richards, and I didn't realize that he would suck even worse. So yeah, I took it away from you, Papadon. So there. But
No.
I know
I
you'll
was
think
gonna-
of something even worse to bury me with.
No, dude. I was gonna say, dude, you're a fucking sweetheart, and if people in the business or in this planet in general were identical to you, this world would be a much better place, dude.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
But I think all of
Now
us.
go get your fucking shine box.
Yeah. And take some time when you're gonna do the wraparound with the bands. I couldn't fucking keep up on your workout.
Today, Junior. So, but I think there's a lot of people in entertainment, especially wrestling, because that's what we've dealt with, that have gotten into the business to kind of pretend and be that character that they wanted to be. So in a mild form, and maybe even sometimes in the standard form, they suffer from the multiple personality disorder. They suffer from the dissociative identity disorder. And there could be some people that are way up that have been programmed to be that way. Why are you laughing?
Well, what you said, it kind of takes me back to the Flair 30 for 30. How about the fact that this guy can't even face who Richard Flair is and has to fucking live as Ric Flair constantly? Can't turn it off.
That was my next point. These guys start to believe their gimmicks, and the dominant personality goes to sleep, and now they have this suggestible personality that they're relying on people. Page is the same way, Flair's the same way, Hogan's the same way. They always need to be put over. So, there's nothing malicious about it, but they crave that because once you get it, it's like a drug, and you need it all the time.
Well, that's the thing. Okay,
Go ahead.
sorry, Pop. No,
I was gonna say.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
You're talking about DDP. I thought you were talking about the other Page because she gets put over all the time. Oh, boom.
Nice.
You'll make him jealous if he knows someone's putting somebody else over more than him.
I say, pop it on. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's almost like an undercover agent getting lost in the role that he's playing, like a Donnie Brasco.
Donnie Brasco.
You know what I mean?
For it.
So I mean, it's very common, and unfortunately, it's the truth. People don't they put up this wall. They try to be something they're not, or they're somebody else, and sooner or later they forget who they are. And realistically, and especially in pro wrestling, it happens a lot. Even on the indie level, where people are making fucking $50 a handshake and a hot dog, and they think they're a superstar, and they don't know how to turn it off. And I've seen it a million times. And a million times they always fall on their face when the reality smacks them. Right.
Well, here's the thing, though. So you're not going to blame these people. Okay, for example, Ben, way back when me and you first did an interview show.
Yeah.
When you interviewed me, we talked about Rosedale.
Yeah.
Right?
Represent.
Right.
Black helicopters, you hear them?
To say,
Yeah, I hear him.
why they got to be black? Because they're in Smyrna.
Because WWE's pushing
Fucking
them.
racist
bad
for
again.
real.
Nah, I didn't hear that.
Ridiculous.
They
how
wouldn't.
racist
They wouldn't
you
let
are.
him fly during the day
So-
where everyone could see him. Go ahead.
They're not allowed in the Richards compound during the time. So, like
Fucking stacks.
back when you and me make that coffee to go. Back when you talked about this, it was the same thing as Stevie, right?
Yeah.
How many of the guys do you think came from the same situation? Hogan was a bullied fat kid. Stevie was a bullied kid. I was, the bullied fat kid, and then the white kid in the black neighborhood who got beat up.
Chris
by
Farley, the sad
19-year-old
clown.
kids.
Right.
Right? You know what I mean? So look, are you going to blame these guys for trying to escape that and not be brought back to that? No, of course not. But now, what's to say that, these people, this girl, this, pretty blonde news reporter, she's not a girl who had buck teeth and she was flat-chested and everybody shit on her in fucking school, and now she's the sexy news girl, and now all the stress is on her. You know what I mean? Like, they can just wash this all away. You will never, ever know who, like, maybe she was bullied, I was bullied, Stevie was bullied, Papa Don was bullied, everybody was bullied, and that's all we have to say.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing you could say. You could wipe all of this away. They had a little bit of they had a breakdown on TV because they started to remember who they were. They remember how they started. It's all right there is just their escape.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But now you're talking about MKUltra and these people. Like, I'll be honest, I don't think they were putting all this time and effort into this blonde retard who couldn't put two words together now because she couldn't read her teleprompter. I don't think they put the time into her because who is she? Unless they're grooming her to be the next big thing.
Let me just put this over to you then. They could be, because this other girl gave testimony, a woman, she was in her 30s or 40s at the time, and she's talked about how her father used to molest her and rape her as well, and he was a military guy. And they were going to come cracking down on him, but they said, she's already partially groomed for MKUltra. We won't prosecute you if you start conditioning her this way. And it was either 20 to life for him or continue doing what he's doing. But now let's get on their abuse program
And be a rich man.
and be rich
And be paid.
and cough your daughter up.
Yeah.
And she has a good chance of becoming a celebrity or being somebody important down the road. So I could see that girl may not have been bullied or may not have been recruited for that, but let's say that news anchor was that and was fed, and like that's the peak of what she was going to be, was San Diego news, wherever she was on that way. That's still
what
a
I'm
pretty
saying,
over
like,
thing.
You get somebody like Mark Zuckerberg, you get some of these NBA players who they're going to be the ones who are going to get to the youth. You can get to the youth easy through this guy because he's going to go into the community and he's going to go do the charity show. He's going to go do the sneaker giveaway. He's going to do all this shenanigans and be in touch with the youth. Some San Diego minor cable access, news reporter who,
But that's just promises when she's a kid. They don't give a fuck what happens to her, really. She's a human experiment at that point. That's just weak promises to a dad who's a fucking sexual predator, you know what I mean? So I see where you're going, and maybe she sucked at tap dancing and she ended up not being as hot as they thought she was going to be.
I'll tell you the basis of it, though. And this is where it doesn't have to be the MKUltra and you go to where they kind of like based Stranger Things on with 11 or anything.
Sure.
But it's all based in some form of abuse, whether we talk about bullying or mostly what it's been is what they call that transgenerational trauma, where family member upon family member has molested, raped, abused, domestic abuse, even that kind of stuff. And it just happens to be a lot of times that these are military people that are already in the system and they literally sell the kids to the program.
Right.
Because their hands are dirty. So they compromised the parents, or they find those people that they can blackmail, and then they find the kids that are suggestible because they've already been beat up to think that they're a piece of shit, but they're loved. So it's already those two elements of the MKULTRA program that they can go through.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I just find it like, and this is going to come out sounding awful, there are tons of kids out there who are in their own heads pieces of shit and have no family connection. They have none of this extra baggage and to me, I feel like the government would just go the simple route. Occam's razor. You go to the simplest solution. So why not get these runaways? Why not
They have tried to kidnap some
families?
kids, though.
They are
have
kidnapping them.
No, I know they have. I know they have.
And what's the stat? What's the stat? We said there's 3 million people kidnapped yearly. 3 million. That's 10,000 a day.
No, I get that, man.
Like,
I understand.
So it's not that everyone's going to end up being a star or whatever, but the things that came out were they seem to be all kept in a cage of some type. That helps to break them, and they just are doing this to see which way they can go with it. And then we get people like Adam Lanza. We get fucking the Aurora shooter. We get the fucking Texas church shooter. You know, like these are. I feel that these people are set for when we need a distraction because we got caught doing a fucking Fast and Furious CIA gun running in Vegas. Bing, send them out there. Let them go fucking do it. They're all just sitting there sleeping, waiting to go. They don't all have to end up being fucking sex kittens or Hollywood stars or fucking rappers.
That actually would be that actually would be the only somewhat logical solution on how a 64-year-old man, if you had that alpha programming, could actually go beyond his physical capabilities to do at least some of this stuff and be a part of it. But I was going to say Ben and Val and Val. Hi, Val.
Hello, Stevie.
And Providence.
Where's your Stevie?
I was like, I started the short circuit. But no, I was going to say, though, I can see it being a lot cleaner of an issue if it's within a family where everybody's. If you're listening on audio, everybody give Al Roker away. But with the family, and it's a military family, it's in the system, the parents are never going to report the kids missing. Yeah. It's so clean rather than trying to snatch them with a white van or a black van or whatever van that they're trying to snatch the kids up with.
Mystery van.
There's been reports of 4 guys coming out of a van trying to kidnap a kid. That's not just, that's not the candy van. That's something else.
Just looking at it from again, this is going to sound terrible. Looking at it from my point of view, I'd be like, that's so much extra I'd have to clean up if this goes south. Because now I got to put a bullet in the parent's head as well as this kid who goes fucking AWOL. You know what I mean? Like, it's just extra cleanup.
To them, that's another day at the office. I think that's just
they're not exactly cleaners anymore. If you notice what's been going on over the past, they're not really good at cleaning shit up, right? Why bother?
How many don't we hear about?
Be attributed to anything.
We hear about those ones, but for every one we hear about, there's probably 20 that they do clean up. Right, if you're looking in the scope of
one red herring for every 10 clean.
Yeah. So the other side of this, so we kind of covered the alphas, where the betas have been probably the most known and are in the public eye the most. Your Katy Perry, your Lady Gaga, Marilyn Monroe. Who was the other hot blonde Marilyn Monroe era?
Mansfield. Jane
Mansfield. And Anton LaVey. Anton LaVey actually dated both of them and helped to convert them. Like, you don't think about, like, okay, you're with the head of the Church of Satan, and also you're you're banging the president. Like, like, that's pretty fucking far ends of the spectrum to go from. And she was just a fucking stripper.
Not really, dude.
Well,
that's not the deal.
Go ahead.
He was a carny fucking actor, man. LaVey was a carny.
Sure.
That's what his deal was.
Well, I think everybody involved with a religion is fucking carny. I don't believe in either side.
And everybody got in on it. Even the mainstream celebrities, Sammy Davis Jr., all those dudes got in on it because it was just a popular thing. It was just something to be popular about. It was something to catch everybody's attention. And hey, we can all go to weekend parties. And we could say we're all Satanists. We can all buy little rings and we can all fuck each other on the weekends and not worry because it's all part of Satanism. No, none of them believed in it. And even LeVay didn't believe in it either. He thought it was the whole thing was a rib for him. He wrote his little book, said it's made him a millionaire. His daughter, who showed up on Donahue with her fucking dark makeup on like a putz.
Yeah.
They're all fucking carnies. They are not the same as the Luciferians and these other people who are, seriously, they believe in a religion where there's a pagan goat-headed god and Baphomet and the whole bit. It's a work.
My point goes to the
work, and all those celebrities
beta women
were part of it because it was all the same fucking circle. Sorry, go ahead.
That's all right. I totally get where you're coming from on it, but when it comes to the beta women, which I don't expect Marilyn Monroe to be anybody of deep character who couldn't be broken, who went from 11 foster homes, like these already broken toys are easy for them to. He's like, fuck it.
You don't talk bad about her.
You don't talk bad about Marilyn.
Cross the line. The fact that she was already that and easily to manipulate or warp, and then we see her with the happy birthday, Mr. President, whispery stuff like this seems to be a reoccurring theme with women who've been broken in entertainment, and that they said in this video that we watched, this documentary, that they often and that's why Stevie liked it, come into like the form of a human cat. Like that's what they relate to. And they crawl around and they do these little sexy movements back and forth, and that like once they're finally broken, their dissociative personality, all walls are broken down, so they'll do anal, or you can piss on them, or whatever it is, like things they normally wouldn't do. As
normally, you pay extra for that.
Right. As you couldn't go up to a Hollywood starlet and be like, oh, I'm going to do this, but like once they're triggered with their word, Al Roker, you can get them right up the ass as much as you want, I guess. So it's just
and just to put it over, that Katy Perry was doing commercials for cat eye makeup. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, well, that's what they put it over as is. These sex kittens, like the actual word. So are they saying like that just became a phrase, but was that a real MKUltra term that they said, oh, we broke this one Fraulein back in 42 with this, and we're going with this from now on. If Hitler, had his chicks that way, and
I think we skipped over one part of the symbolism that's really, really huge and could be like the big, hey, I'm ready to go, or I'm part of the deal, or whatever, is the butterfly. I never noticed so many butterflies and so many magazine covers, photo shoots, people holding it up.
It's in Stranger Things. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, everything having to do with the butterfly. That's where the monarch comes from, the monarch butterfly, which is pretty amazing. And in the documentary, it says that they fly like over 2,000 miles down to Mexico to migrate for the winter.
Yep.
And no butterflies ever survived the round trip. How do they know? It's like the genetic memory, they say in the documentary, goes to the next butterfly. That's how deep stuff like that. That's why I say transgenerational trauma.
Well, how about that Jay-Z lyric too? Like that was fucked up. Like what is Jay-Z talking about? Well, in one of his lyrics, he talks about it says transgenerational. Go ahead. Like spit some hot fire right here. Like this is the fucking weirdest thing. Like why would Jay be talking about this, man? Did you send it to me?
You go ahead. I didn't write it down.
Well, it talks about if you're a father and you pass along the transgenerational trauma to your daughter, look out because the future I can't remember what the rest of the rap was, but it's like that in a fucking Jay-Z song of talking about like that is straight up predictive programming, mind control, stooging off right out of the fucking handbook of MKUltra. And to go back to that Beyonce thing, people think Jay-Z is actually her handler, not that they're both MKUltra. That he's the one who fucking is controlling over her because he's the one in the priest class from the Crowleyism. So very fucked up as far as that goes. But the monarch is definitely the biggest piece of animal symbolism in the way that it goes. And we saw it in Stranger Things, and it is all over the place, especially Lady Gaga's got them in the hats she wears and things along those lines. And, it's right there in front of the open. But Nancy Brown, I just love butterflies. I don't know. She's my favorite. Like that kind of shit, right? Like,
I have a tattoo of a butterfly I got for my prom weekend.
Yeah.
It's a gray.
It's a butterfly, but it's a tiger face inside.
but I also have a peace symbol around it.
Yeah. But I was going to say too, with predictive programming, do you notice and I was just thinking about people when we're so overloaded with the 24/7 news cycle, we're so overloaded with so much bad news and everything, and now people actually want to go into augmented and virtual reality. It's almost like people are having that trauma over and over again, beating them up. And once in a while, you get that little news story, just like the kid who gets loved for a year and a half, gets abused, and then little nuggets of love for approval.
Sure.
It's like the sheep are doing that when we watch TV, or we just want to escape it all because people shut down. What do you say? Once I get into something, you talk about flat Earth, you talk about Vegas, 9/11, or anything like that. People I just don't want to hear it. I'm done. That's it.
Right.
You know, that's the same programming we're talking about now in a way.
Right.
You know what?
It's trauma based. It's PTSD based on a massive scale.
But they can manipulate it 24/7 through TV because everybody's going to watch or listen or do whatever. And if they can control that narrative and put it out, it's basically turning people into, well, it is mind control, because how many people think the same way and believe everything they're told?
Well, here's the thing. And this is from, again, the people I talk to are, I'm not trying to be funny, but the normal people, people not in any business, no wrestling, no entertainment business, straights who don't believe in conspiracy theories. They believe, they're below Nancy Brown level. But I've heard the most from them, the words, and they're all separate from each other. I'm exhausted. Or they say, I can't even deal with something like that. So if I say, and usually I'll say something along the lines of, well, I guess, they're trying to kind of push this agenda towards Trump, or trying to push this agenda towards the left or the right, and they go, oh, I'm exhausted. I can't even hear that. And then they turn it, that it becomes what you just said of, I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear anything that will rock my boat. I don't want to hear it because I can't deal with it.
Yeah. And then that's a disassociative mind for them to feed them something else, right? Like that's kind of what they did with the trauma base, where you're left with this childlike innocence that, okay, since we've crushed them with that, now here's where we get them with what we really want to after.
Right. I'll just take whatever's going to be told to me, because at this point I can't handle anything different. I can't handle anything aside from what the news just told me, because, well, fuck, my brain won't handle that.
I think the news now, with all the stuff coming out about not Weinstein, but now Matt Lauer and everybody's favorites, it's coming out little by little. They can almost use that as a tool to break people down once again. And then when they give them the good stuff, or they have these new faces, they can trust them all over again.
Right.
I think so. I thought I popped because one of the doctors in the documentary's name was Dr. Harvey Weinstein too. No, I don't think any relation, but
he's just
pop
trying
it
to
on.
Get some pussy using just on the cover as a doctor. Give me some nurses.
Pop it on. Did you talk to Big Ray, because he cut his nails on last week's fucking episode, and I wanted to fucking kill him, and then I thought that was just a rib on me that you started cutting your nails.
It was. I did it on purpose.
You fucking cocksucker. So the
he
third
cut his fingernails on the show.
Oh, dude, he's like, you could hear that? I fucking want, dude. That's my MKUltra trigger. I go into Delta mode, like I was ready to kick through the fucking walls and just start murdering people like that. That sound, that click, fucking kills me. Click. So the third one is Deltas, and that's your Jason Bourne, super killer, super spy who can go and murder and turn around and not remember anything about it whatsoever after the fact, and kill with reckless abandon. And they were talking about Mark David Chapman, who killed Lenin, Sirhan Sirhan, who shot Reagan, and the Aurora shooter.
Whoa, hang on. Sirhan didn't shoot Bobby Kennedy?
Oh, Bobby Kennedy, sorry. Who shot Reagan?
John Hinckley.
Hinckley, thank you. And they even showed Oswald, too. And then, not Patton Oswalt, Lee Harvey. But fucking, but that Aurora shooter seemed like a dude who was a super nerd. Like, it wasn't like when you see him, like, he doesn't even know what fucking room he's in, let alone to be like, yeah, I'm gonna kill these motherfuckers. Like, whenever I see that guy, it doesn't seem like there's that angry alpha bone in his body, and like, he seems like a total mind control fuck, in my opinion. So
they said he wasn't on any drugs or anything else.
And in jail, I know he's tried to do a lot of bodily harm to himself, like smashing his head into the wall, like giving shoot headbutts to the fucking wall and shit, and just more tics that are very strange, that would lend itself to being more of a Delta, where you're doing physical harm as opposed to...
Is this the guy who shot up the Dark Knight movie?
Yeah, the
theater?
Batman
douchebag
shooter.
Wasn't his father involved with the MKUltra
Yes,
program?
he was.
And Sandy Hook, wasn't he?
I don't know.
Some kind of connection.
That I don't
there
know.
was some sort of a courtroom
Wow.
connection that his dad was involved with Sandy Hook.
Christ on a cracker.
Wow.
So, like, that to me is the Delta examples. But then inside of the video we watched, what is an Eminem? Is he an alpha like Roker? Like, Eminem zoned out for 2.5 minutes on an NFL thing and was completely fucked over. And
Eminem's
Again.
chocolate candy.
Oh, well,
That's what-
he's a white guy.
No,
in
see,
this one.
guys like Eminem, I feel like they wouldn't be useful to the government, because there's just too much shit going on with them. They're too much, like, okay, none of us would be useful to the government.
How about when Kanye flipped out and he went and met with Trump, and he's like standing in the foyer and he's got the Al Roker look on his fucking face too.
Because he's an idiot. I just
That
don't.
may be
I don't
true,
feel
but
like
that
these
makes
guys
them
are all
easier.
useful.
That, to me, that makes them easier. It's more about them being under a control mechanism. So maybe they're not useful now. Maybe they're not useful now, but when they want them to do something, they fucking can. Even in concerts, Katy Perry hit the fucking ground. She had a breakdown like that dude Wendy Williams did. Fucking Gaga had a fucking bad one. And then Kanye just stopped his concert and was like trying to speak truth. They're like, you motherfuckers don't know the truth. Jay-Z, I know you got hitters. Don't come after me. Let's talk the truth. And like trying to show that a lot's going on.
They wheeled him out at Trump Tower. Like he couldn't even walk.
And even
He was
Roseanne,
just standing there.
if you look at Roseanne Barr on the RT News interview, she says MKUltra is all through Hollywood, and the people come up to her and say, thank you for saying what you're saying. So these motherfuckers all got tight assholes over there because they are scared to even say the words MKUltra when it comes to
I think when people hear MKUltra, they think it is all Delta, and it's not the Alpha or the Beta. But you have to think about these people. They're powerful people. They're looking. You think, well, we wouldn't spend all this time and money just for somebody that's going to entertain. Well, they might do that too because they have tons of money, tons of power. But it's also sending the narrative, sending the message, and grooming the masses, just like mainstream media and all this stuff. It's all put in there. And once again, I look at it like the government or the people in charge of doing these types of things are like the promoters. And they're like the talent, and there's developmental, and there's all this stuff going on. And it's kind of like, we got to take you back. You're 27 years old. You had a meltdown. Now we have to bring you back, put you back in rehab or whatever it is, repackage you, and then put you back out. That's kind of what happens a lot. It's all the singers and the actors.
Yes.
So you're talking about it goes from a Husky Harris to a Bray Wyatt.
Very, very similar.
Like, okay, to get a little philosophical for a second. Basically,
Greeks invented philosophy.
The entertainment, celebrities. Back in the day, this is going back millennia ago. The stories were of the gods, right? That's who they told. That's who the kids looked up to. The heroes of stories, the heroes, the gods. Those are what everyone looked to. Any kind of something bad happens because they pissed the gods off. They pissed the heroes off. These were the heroes. These were the people that you looked up to. Now, that has been slowly taken, and the entertainment are our new gods. There are new superheroes. You look at wrestling. They made these people superheroes. Guys who can, like the Hulk Hogans, who can, do amazing feats of strength. They put guys over. Ken Patera can pull buses and this and that. And then that evolved into our wrestling now. where these guys are superheroes, indestructible superheroes, and now the entertainment has become those gods as well. So all the people who have no other outlet, like we're very jaded, all four of us are jaded assholes who can look at everything and go, oh, how are you people liking this? But there are people who don't have the exposure we've had. They didn't get to travel all over the place and see these stupid people and see these amazing things. So this is their life. These are their gods. These are their stories around a campfire. These are their new legends.
They're not journeymen.
So now I understand you want to get some of these people, you get them under control, and you say, okay, Eminem, you fucking little turd, you sit here and be controversial, but we're going to have our finger on your fucking pulse. So if we want you to, do something good, great. You do your little Trump rap. That'll get everybody in on it. Now that has gotten to all the little Eminem fans.
Yeah.
Or, okay, hey, Kanye, we know you're very popular now, so we want you to do this. And maybe it works against what he really wants, so now he has a little breakdown. But some of these other, like I said, and Stevie brought up a good point, because I feel like I was one of those people who automatically feels everybody's a Delta.
Yeah.
Like everybody's on the precipice.
Everybody's Jason Bourne. Right.
Right. Like all of a sudden, Kim Kardashian's going to backflip and put her fucking heel in somebody's eye.
Well, it's interesting you said that, because what's the young Kardashian? Kylie, is that
Chloe?
Chloe? No, it's Cunty Kardashian. Like she was talking to some therapist, and she's like, I just wanted to try it. I don't come from a normal family. I just wanted to try it. And when she said that, her hand went right like this. It went right in the devil horns, and they said that people who experience electroshock disassociation will have a fucking move like that, or a tick, and that was the same as the Hillary Clinton one. It was the same as when Britney Spears was being interviewed by, was it Barbara Walters, and she fucking loses it, and you see her go into some other strange fucking persona. Then a month after that, bitch shaves her head, and she's wearing pink wigs and is talking with a British accent.
She did what that chick in San Diego did. She tried to get her shit together and then just bowled.
Yeah.
And it just broke down.
Yeah. And then, but they not only can you have one, you can have these multiple personalities. So she's talking in a British accent, bald with a pink wig on, doesn't even realize she has a boyfriend.
Who her boyfriend was, who she's been dating for 6 weeks.
Like, when it comes to and I think Eminem's the same, because there's rumors about him being passed around, and obviously everybody knows Dr. Dre plays for both sides as well, and he's had a live-in boyfriend for decades now, but like,
allegedly.
Yeah, whatever.
Enough lawsuits for tonight, please.
Beats by Hamin, infidel. So it's
Beats by gay.
Beats by gay, and NW gay, and
you do have listeners here in Smyrna, by the way.
Yeah,
thanks. No wonder I go to the gym at 3 a.m. Allegedly.
Yeah,
CIA.
Those people are just getting home. You're fine.
Yeah. You can get over there and get on the treadmill with Naya, fucking get a couple laps in.
That's your rap name. I got it. Stevie's rap name is Stevie Smyrna.
Stevie Smyrna. That's good.
Not for long. Yeah. NFL. How's that?
Not for long. So I can see where he's a beta to be controlled, possibly in that respect too, of being somebody else's little bitch.
Yeah.
But I wish Justin Bieber was a Delta, because I'd love to fucking fight him. I'd like to see him snap and then just have to fucking take him down. Have Stevie pull him off.
Wouldn't it be bad if he fucking whooped everybody's ass?
Yeah, well, he's got the owl tattoo, and so I guess he's official. I don't know if he's got a butterfly or not, but he's got the owl. So, was there anybody else that really stuck out? They showed Amanda Bynes, fucking nutty as a shit house rat.
She was
heartbreaking.
Miley Cyrus, yeah.
She had a flip. They all flipped. You said the best thing. I don't know if it was an episode or two ago, where they kind of transformed into looking like young boys for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, and androgynous.
They all like Katy Perry, like
and
Miley
so
Cyrus.
does,
they all cut their hair, do Peter Pan.
What's the redhead chick now, the comedian? I can never.
Kathy Griffin.
Kathy Griffin. They all look like half androgynous 12-year-old boy aliens at this point.
Man.
And that
12.
Well,
That bitch looks like she's 112.
well,
Jesus Christ.
not in the new one with her.
She looked like somebody took a 12-year-old and wrinkled him up and left him in a glove compartment for the summer.
Yeah, but she's trying
That's
to.
not
She's
from
trying
experience,
to.
is it? That rolled off a little easy.
She's trying to. She's trying to be in that part, and I think that's where they all break. Maybe not maybe she's MK Ultra. The whole Trump thing with the head was her fucking getting triggered by some deep state who was against Trump to do that kind of shit. Same with Eminem's rap. They're just coming out left and right. And then when it happens and it all blows up in their face and isn't getting over the message to the masses that they want, well, then fucking they have the nervous breakdown. They need to be reconditioned. They beg for fucking absolution. And whether they get it or not, that's a different thing. I think they don't care because they're disposable. We can come out with another oversexed 15-year-old. Who's the next one? You know, Tila Tequila, she was one. Fucking, what's the black chick with the big gimmicks who was a slutty rapper and
Stevie, what's her name?
Little Kim.
No, maybe her, but no, she's newer. Now she's gonna be in like some Disney. Nicki Minaj.
Well, Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey lost it.
Mariah Carey went nuts.
Yep.
Here's another thing too. That do you think there's a point where they just like wrestling, where you just kind of it's the meat market and they get rid of you and there's a new piece of meat to replace you? A lot of these people end up committing suicide. Do you think they just run their course and then they trigger them with something like that?
They said that's part of the Delta programming, that they don't care about their own deaths and they can easily just give them the keyword and they'll take their own life. So they can't be questioned or deprogrammed later.
Who's the newest one? What was in the documentary talking about the suicide? And I forget who it was. A celebrity committed suicide, and they were saying that towards the end of the documentary.
Ledger? I don't think it was Heath Ledger, but that's one that sticks out in my mind.
No, it was somebody else.
Robin Williams?
Could be.
No, there was something.
Talk about multiple personality disorder. If anybody had it, it's that fucking guy, right? I can't remember who it was either, Stevie, to be honest with you.
But it is a way that it's the same pattern over and over again. And we've always said in entertainment, like, why doesn't anybody learn? Like we're not from that. So we see it in wrestling, we see it in entertainment, we see it in sports. We see it all over the place. And we always say, doesn't anybody learn from this transgenerational trauma type stuff?
Right.
Maybe it's beyond any kind of control of their control.
Yeah, I think so. Once your mind is disassociated and broken.
You're right there, Ben.
Yeah, I'm good. That's a tough one to get out. But that there is no way to rewire it to come back to that point again. So once you start down that path, there's only one ending, depending on the program that they have. But like you said, and we said before, at that age, 25 to 30, 27 to 30, after you've done everything they wanted to get over early, they have the breakdown. They have the big breakdown. And we've seen it just over and over. If it was just one or two here, but now when you line them up patterns, you see 7 in a row and it's the exact same thing. It has to be some type of operant conditioning method.
So here's a question then real quick. Are we looking at the Stranger Things? Are we looking at the Born Identity and all the movies? Are we looking at every movie that's based in MKUltra or something having to do with spies, or it's like even that movie with Scarlett Johansson, Lucy, all this other stuff? Are they considered to be now like something that may have happened in real life, that they're just throwing it out there, hidden in plain sight, like Sal said?
Yeah. Go ahead, buddy.
I was going to say Manchurian Candidate, no?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And they started it back then, and it's been going on, and everybody just kind of great movie, and it blew over.
This version of Jim Carrey, how Jim Carrey's kind of done some crazy shit lately too. Speaking esoterically, people are saying, did he break out of his MKUltra training and that's where he is now, or is that?
This is the point I was going to bring up. I'm sorry. The one thing in the documentary talking about celebrities and people that travel and the musicians, they have such an insane schedule. It's almost like they need stamina to be able to, whether it could be drugs, could be this, but there also has to be some kind of mental thing that overcomes any drug, any where that personality, they say in the documentary, the dormant one or a second or a third up to 10 can take over and carry the person through the tour, through the movie, the promos, the interview tour or whatever they're doing. It does make a lot of sense because the human body can only take, right, by our boundaries, what we know, only so much.
Yeah, they even call them clones, but they're not saying I have a clone of myself. The clone is already within them. It's this second personality. So the main one that you use for 19 hours of that day can shut down and maybe get some rest, or thinks it's getting rest. Really, you can push through another 4 hours with this one that, is a completely different name in your opinion or mine. But as long as your handler's there directing you and trying to protect you, then we can get from St. Louis to fucking Peru, whatever we need to do. You know what I mean? That 5 hours is essential. So you're going to shut down and I'm going to give you your trigger word. And maybe that's even a studio thing to do now. Like maybe it even doesn't even have anything to do with a greater overarching plan of evil. Maybe that's just like, you want to be a superstar, you have to give yourself over to us because this is the schedule you need to run, and we found this is the only way you can do it. Are you willing to do that? Yeah, fuck it, I'll do it.
Well, no. Hey, here's the thing: do you think they're doing that? Do you think they're doing that at the kayfabe part where, you know what, go in your trailer and hang out, and then the lights pop on the trailer and the fucking music.
Why not? Why not?
Because now I feel like right now in this time period, there are too many people who want to be awoke, and if you bring this up to them and you are not 100% sure that they're going to comply, you're going to have to kill them because they would rather get the word out. Some of them, I'm going to say some, not all, there would be some people who would rather get the word out than take the millions of dollars.
Yeah, I think so. With breakdowns like Shia LaBeouf and those guys, and I think people who wanted to stooge like Chris Cornell or Chester Bennington or fucking what's his name I mentioned earlier, the Joker,
Heath Ledger.
Or
Jim Carrey's girlfriend or any of that stuff.
Guess what? You fucking wake up dead. And that's just how it goes. If you're gonna pretend you're gonna get over on this elite class, then that's what it is. Maybe even the trigger word makes you commit that suicide, so it looks a certain way. But I think they got the Kenny Omegas to come in and clean it up. So, but any closing thoughts before we take it home here, guys?
I think 3 helicopters have flown overhead.
Are they
during the course of the show? Yeah.
So I want to. Yeah, I think the mailbag was awesome today. I was thinking about maybe doing the Philadelphia experiment for the next one because Stevie and I kind of touched on that. I think that's pretty cool, unless the fucking world goes crazy this week.
You don't have to raise your hand. You're not like Mark Bagwell getting released. You don't have to raise your hand.
Oh, shit.
I think
He's a friend, everybody. He's the only person who likes me here now anymore.
Used to like you.
Exactly.
I think Stevie had a good idea in the chat. I think we should do a verbal $5 face slap session every show.
Oh yeah. Well, you got anybody you want to elect or no?
That commenter.
Yes, I don't know his name. Someone find his name. I'll verbally slap.
It's in the messenger.
But I'm using my phone.
His explanation of the NASA technology thing is amazing.
Oh yeah, it's obsolete. That's fuck out of here, dude.
What is
if it's obsolete, doesn't mean it's destroyed.
MC Hunger Game Investor says you guys are fake. How are you not talking about and exposing gang stalking?
That was the comment that kept going through the chat about gang stalking.
Is he talking about MKUltra or not? Or is he?
I don't know.
No, it's.
Let me hear me now, MC Hunger Game, you fake MC. This is Hip Hop Hamin, and then we might come over there in my gang right here, the Conspiracy Horsemen, and smash your stupid face while you're sleeping, wake you up, and I'll MKUltra your ass, and you'll be a little sex pedophile for John Podesta. We'll have you locked in the bottom of Pizzagate and having Al Franken come over and molest you soon, infidel, so you don't ever talk to us like that, moron. Bring something great to the conversation or be destroyed. YOLO.
What was it?
That's your $5 SmackDown.
So what was that called? Gang what?
Gang stuff.
basically,
No, that's not the $5 face slap. This other guy in the Facebook Messenger. I'll read it. I'll see if I can
go
find his
ahead.
comment.
I didn't catch that.
Sorry, I had a
All right,
fucking
well-
MKUltra trigger there. My Delta came out.
Listen,
Fly Delta,
Ben,
everybody.
plug your weekend. Go ahead, plug your weekend.
Yeah,
before we
y'all.
sign off.
I got fucking Dynasty this weekend, man. Me and Assad King, the Axis of Evil, fighting pretty and gritty. The rematch for our tag team championships, and you know it's heels over strong, baby. I'm bringing the gold back to the Horsemen. I don't give a shit by any means necessary. Sergeant Fury gets in my way. The American military will be crushed once again, like they have been the last 2 fucking wars. So don't even try and step up and take my hear me now, moron. Speaking the truth. So you want to step up and take my tag titles? I'm going to step up and take them right off of you and crush the whole crowd right in front of their faces. And then January 21st, Hamin returns to open for the Honky Tonk Man stand-up comedy. Ya Allah, I'll take that guitar and smash it on him before he ever thinks about turning it on me, morons.
Is he just doing a show? Or is he
Yeah,
just doing comedy
at Club Monarch, nonetheless. So in Utica, Utica.
wow.
So we'll be doing a lot of
Does he just get on
MKUltra
the
programming.
Get on the mic and just go, motherfucker.
Ya Allah.
Hey, I'm gonna plug my weekend.
Yes.
This weekend I'm going to be at Dynasty Pro Wrestling. Surprise, Vin.
Are you really? You got booked?
Yeah.
Are you?
Oh,
Why'd you fucking blow the spot? You should have just shown up.
Nah, because I want you to bring me some beef jerky. That's what.
I just made some tonight before the show.
Yeah. Chris Envy, I was talking to Envy. I'm booked this weekend. I was like, don't tell Ben.
Oh, sweet.
Fucking,
Fuck you, Envy. Try and fucking work me, you son of a bitch. Now you're going to get yours.
and then I told Demetrius Zordis that he better fucking bring some freaking money and buy some Greek merch.
He'll be there. He's actually
I'll give
driving
you-
us to the show.
Good. Don't give me those stale ass donuts. We got a new sponsor, Dunkin' Donuts. You piece of
Oh,
shit with your
shit.
fake $1 million, with your fake $1 million man picture you put up there.
I fixed that picture. Don't worry. I fixed it.
Yours look better. You put a cat on top of it. Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, well,
God, so
good, man. I'm
got
glad I
nothing.
get
I'm
to
just
see
gonna
you
be
this
I ain't
week.
got
$5
nothing
face
this
slap
weekend, man.
thing.
I think I'm gonna
You
get my
don't-
dog washed.
You're going to wash the dog?
I'm gonna wash my dog this weekend.
Awesome.
Is that
Yo.
naughty, is that dirty talk or something? You're gonna
No,
wash
it's not a
dog?
euphemism for anything weird.
Yeah.
No sexual Nintendos.
No, it's
How's Stax doing? Is he good?
it's because my dog bleeds. You know, don't.
Yeah.
What's your dog's name?
Shemp.
Shemp.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, man. Well, is Shemp, is he good to give baths to, or is he a pain in the ass? Does he go crazy?
He doesn't like it, but he'll take it.
Word. Shit. I mean,
that was a
Much
joke.
like we've
Where
been
did that
talking
happen?
about this time.
Little known fact, little Easter egg, quite literally. The dog went to the bathroom right next to me off camera over here.
That is-
Decided it couldn't wait. My wife I was like, oh, that's why I was looking over like, I don't know what to tell you.
strong. Can we get a Patreon follow-up video of you cleaning piss off the floor? That'd be our.
It wasn't that.
Oh,
It wasn't
dropped the
that.
smash, did he? I wanted to hear. Sorry, go ahead with your plug, but I wanted to hear. Did you big league Raven into coming on the show, Sal, at the
Oh,
ECW?
yeah.
All right, so I spoke to Mr. Raven, and I said to him, so what's the deal? I said, you're afraid to come do the show? No, I'm not afraid. Why would I be afraid to do the show? Well, you talked to Steve, but Steve was a little afraid. He thought we were gonna. I said, yeah, he thought you were gonna sandbag him the whole time. I said, no, we just wanted to talk about it. And I said, well, come to the show. He goes, oh, you're a part of the show? I didn't know that. I said, oh, terrific. So obviously you're a big fan.
Did you tell him your name was? Tell him your name was Billy.
Yeah.
I give people Raven, and he said I misunderstood this. He said I could come on his podcast and do a 5-minute segment on conspiracies,
Wow.
and then they can bust on it the whole time. But he wasn't going to make me look like an idiot.
Right.
No.
Yeah, I took it completely wrong.
You completely flubbed that. Well, I told him, I said, Stevie's shy. He doesn't like to get out there. He doesn't like to put
Be
himself.
called in WWE, and can get your back and like Pearl Harbor him.
Yeah, so he said he would come to the. He goes, I have no problem doing it. Just tell me, do you believe in flat Earth? I said, no, I don't. I'm not a follower of flat
I
Earth.
told you, didn't I, Vic?
Yeah.
I called it.
Yep.
I said,
Yeah.
Sal will be there and be like, hey, you don't believe in that flat Earth bullshit, do you? Like, he just won't let it go.
So all you fans out there at The Raven Effect on Twitter, hit him up. Tell him you want him on the Conspiracy Horsemen. You demand him to join the Horsemen.
And tell him to do some reading on something other side from flat Earth.
Definitely.
There you go.
He was focused on.
You got that? You got the slap of the week.
I got the $5. Do you like that segment? The $5 face slap.
Yeah,
of
who's the
week?
moron? Who's the infidel moron out there who needs their life changed?
I was going to do the $4.99 Stevie kick, but it'll be the $5 face slap, so don't worry.
Yeah.
All right. So this is Douglas Sparks. This was from Decoders of Truth. So I saw the comments pop up on this because somebody posted the video from, is it Doug Petit, that the last living astronaut?
Mm-hmm.
Remember the astronaut that said, I go back to the moon in a nanosecond, but we destroyed the technology, we lost it, we can't, and it's painstakingly hard to recreate the technology. That was his reasoning.
Yeah.
So Douglas Sparks comments, and there go the cats. The fact that the 1960s technology doesn't exist anymore only means it's obsolete. It doesn't mean we don't have the ability to develop a moon landing using modern technology. We don't have the technology to build I think he means 16-foot guns, but he said 16-inch guns on the Iowa-class battleships because it's outdated and obsolete. But new manufacturing systems could be certainly developed using modern methods to create the gun. Really, dude. And by the way, much of the modern-day technology that he speaks of in the video that has been developed over the last 50 or 60 years have roots in the technology created for the Apollo program. This doesn't make any sense. He's actually making a case against himself by saying that.
Yeah.
So people whose parents probably weren't even born at the time of the event, trying to find conspiracy with it, priceless. Hey, did you hear about the one about the Earth being flat? So this dude's saying that our technology is so modern and so advanced that it's harder to recreate the obsolete technology. Am I reading that wrong?
Yeah.
No, you're not. I'm calling it right now. That guy, Muffle Sparks, what's his name? Douglas Sparks?
Yeah.
It's Raven.
You think so?
Yeah.
There was
Those
no
are false
"and" there at all. I didn't see that. He really types that too.
What key is
He
it?
types how he talks.
Listen, I don't even want to say Mr. Sparks. You fucking bitch. It's when something's obsolete, doesn't mean that it's destroyed. When they say it's destroyed, gone. You can't be crazy. Delete. Adios, amigo. 86.
Yeah, but even if technology is destroyed or it's obsolete, it doesn't mean like you can go down to Radio Shack and build a really old style radio with the transistors and everything.
Oh yeah, VCRs are obsolete. VCRs are obsolete, but they're still around.
Radio Shacks are obsolete.
Yeah, exactly.
I just aged myself, didn't I?
It's okay. It's okay. Sal said Donahue before. We all got it. I don't think any of the fucking listeners understand who Donahue is.
Yes, hear me now, Muffle Sparks. You've just been deleted and you're obsolete from the Conspiracy Horsemen,
Here's
you
your $5
stupid
face
moron.
smack.
Y'all. Yes, come on,
There you go.
bring yourself out to Dynasty in St. Johnsville, and I'll comp you one, you stupid son of a bitch. You're not a decoder of truth. You're a worthless infidel moron. So pull your head out of your ass and stop trying to troll and look at things for what they really are, you jackass moron. Stevie, where are you going to be this weekend?
I don't know, probably checking Decoders of Truth. About it.
Yes. So hear me now. The true decoders of truth have just laid it down on you for your multiple personality disorder. Ring them all up and listen to this podcast multiple times on twitch.tv, where you can see us live exclusively on Wednesday nights at hackerhamin.podbean.com 24 hours later. Check out Crow 777 on hackerhamin.podbean.com and his website as well. And it's good to be back with all of my four horsemen brothers. Greek god Papadon, you better bring 2 $5 bills, moron. I'll slap you once, you'll have a full head of hair tomorrow, and I'll slap you again, and you'll be Italian the next day, idiot. So y'all infidels, it's Hacker
good.
Hamin. Conspiracy horseman, you've just been
And evil on me,
destroyed.
Ricky Bobby.
Let him finish.
I'm finished.